and just learn to use the opposite field better. And I don't know, I just think my hitting all around, in between my freshman year and my sophomore year, got a lot better. And, the home run numbers, definitely, the shorter porch definitely helped a little bit. I can't lie there. But like I said, transfer colleges and got a spot in the draft, and I was pretty stoked about that.
Chad, you've had a good start to your professional career so far. You were a starter last year in the New York Penn League All-Star game, and you were slated by the Cardinals to open up this year in Quad Cities, but it didn't happen that way. You had a little bit of an ailment in the offseason, didn't you?
Yeah, I did. I had a appendicitis attack, and it was really unexpected, but I think looking back, if I were just to sum it up, I think it really made me a stronger person, and it was just more of a challenge for me to get back to spring training as soon as possible. I came out on the 20th, and a month later, I made great progress, and the St. Louis Cardinals were really good to me there. They took their time with me, gave me as much time as I needed, and when I got the call up, my thoughts were I just want to come, prove to these guys that I can help win, and that's my main initiative out here. I certainly don't expect to be the guy, because whatever, but I just, in any form or fashion, just want to help this team win somehow. You're out for a while. You can't really be physical with anything in any fashion. So, I lost a lot of weight, and coming into spring training, all the fellas told me I looked like a little frail guy compared to last year, and that was the truth. I lost about a good 8 pounds and was out of shape, and so I didn't really have much, I didn't do much physical stuff when I first arrived, but the trainers down there in Florida got me going on the bicycle, started riding the bike every day, and I just started slowly working out my muscles every day, got it going again, started running on my own, doing that sort of thing, and then slowly but surely I, got back into the swing of things, got back into the game, got my comfort zone back in the box and started swinging it right away. It was almost like I never stopped, which was really, really a surprise. But I guess, I don't know, it's almost like riding a bicycle. You just sort of never forget how to do it.
Well, Chad, we certainly appreciate you joining us today, but you're sure that we're not watching your metamorphosis into a power hitter here?
Anything's possible. I mean, I'm just going to keep swinging the bat, trying to make good contact every time.
All right. That's Swing of the Quad Cities outfielder Chad Gabriel. A break coming up on WKBF AM 1270. And when we come back, we'll take a look at tonight's lineups on your home for swing baseball.
All systems go. Prepare for countdown.
The new Progressive Talk AM 1270.
3, 2, 1.
WKBF Rock Island.
Blast off to adventure.
The Clarion Hotel Davenport is the official host hotel of the All-Star players and swing opponents throughout the year. Conveniently located off I-80, the Clarion is the Quad City's largest full-service hotel with nearly 300 beautifully appointed rooms and 32,000 square feet of meeting space. It's the ideal property for business meetings, receptions, and family get-togethers. Your family will love the Fun Center's large swimming pool, jacuzzi, and fitness center. The Clarion Hotel, 5202 Brady Street, Davenport. For reservations, visit ClarionHotelDAV.com.
This Wednesday on A&E, 2 hit series are back with all new episodes. At 9, Int returns with Carrie Hart and his tattoo crew, where everybody has a story.
I look upon my tattoos as my secret identity.
At 10, Chris Angel performs his most mind-blowing illusions ever.
Could I float from one building to another building?
Int gets under your skin. Chris Angel Mind Freak gets into your head. Wednesday night beginning at 9, 8 Central, only on A&E.
Levitate me, baby.
Kernels today. Heinrich Station at the top. Brad Toonbat second. Mark Trumbo hitting third. Jordan Renz is the cleanup hitter. Tyler Johnson, his first start of the season for the Kernels, is in left field. Batting fifth, Dallas Morris, then Marco Albano, and the last two hitters in the order are Brett Martinez and Madison Edwards. Defensively, Quad Cities lines up with Simon Williams in left, Colby Rasmus in center, Chad Gabriel in right. A good defensive outfielder there. Making a good defensive outfield as a whole. They could cover a lot of ground. Casey Roulette is at third base with Jose Martinez at shortstop, Daniel Nelson at second, and A.J. Van Slyke at first. Your swing batteries plus battery of the game features the Swing of the Quad Cities debut of catcher Henry Guerrero And on the mound is Corey Meacham, 21-year-old right-hander from Deepsville, Alabama. Meacham has been on a roll, a 6'1", 185-pounder, making his 8th start of the season for Quad Cities. He was a 37th round selection in 2005 by the St. Louis Cardinals out of Alabama Southern Community College. Meacham a 3-2 record, a 3.71 ERA, but it's been almost like two different seasons for Corey. He made 4 starts that were so-so, nothing that really jumped out at you. Then he landed on the DL on April 24th with inflammation in his right shoulder. He was sidelined until May 5th when he returned to the active roster, and since then has been absolutely lights out. He's thrown 17 innings since returning from the disabled list and has allowed only 1 run in that span. Corey Meacham looking to keep it going today against Heinle Stacia, the switch hitter batting from the left side. Open up the ball game. Pitch number 1 is strike number 1. Corey Meacham gets it over. It's an 0-1 count. The right-hander on the mound into the windup, and his 0-1 pitch is hit by Stacia, pulled down the right field line. That drops in fair, racing over Chad Gabriel in the corner. Will pick it up, whirl, and throw it in, but Stacia sliding into second base heads first, leads off this game with a double. So Stacia at second base, nobody out top of the first, no score. And Meacham will have to work out of trouble early. Corey Meacham, since returning from the disabled list, a 2-0 record. He's 0.53 ERA. 1 run in 17 innings, but this is the guy that he has to worry about. Brad Kuhn, the second hitter in this Kernels lineup, and he is the guy that makes this batting order tick. He bats from the left side. He's a speedy center fielder. He squares to bunt, but pulls it back as he takes upstairs for ball 1. Heinle Stacia had a huge secondary lead at second. Bobby Magallanes, the Cedar Rapids manager, has seen this swing pitching staff just absolutely hold his hitters in check, so he's going to make sure that he can get a run out of this leadoff double. Corey Meacham, his job is to make sure that he doesn't. Here's a bunt laid down the third baseline. It's a good one. Meacham fields, throws to first. Got Kuhn by half a step. Kuhn turns around, yelling something. He didn't like the call. Good throw by Meacham. That bunt was laid down perfectly right along the third baseline and softly. So that's a sacrifice for Kuhn as he is thrown out 1-4. Daniel Nelson playing second base today, covering the bag over at first. And the Kernels do have a runner at third base with only 1 out in the top of the first. No score early. And here's Mark Trumbo. Trumbo, the big right-handed hitting slugger. A 187 batting average on the year. Swinging first pitch, pops that one into center field. Colby Rasmus drifting over is there, makes the catch. Tagging from third, heading home. Heinle Stacia, here comes the throw, and it is not in time. Stacia crosses the plate ahead of the throw, and the Kernels have an early 1-0 lead. Small ball, the name of the game here in the top of the first inning. A leadoff double, a sacrifice bunt, and a sacrifice fly. That's exactly what Bobby Magallanes wanted, and he got it. The Kernels enter play today, having lost 6 of their last 7 ball games, and had a closed-door meeting in the clubhouse earlier today to sort out some issues. Stepping in now, Jordan Renz takes a strike from Meacham, who is suddenly down a run early in this game. Yo 1 comes home inside. Count evens up. Corey Meacham twirled his best outing of the year in his last game on Monday against Clinton. A career-high 7 innings pitched, allowing just 1 run on 6 hits, as Trumbo chops one foul third base side, out of play. 1 strikeout and 1 walk in that ball game. Meacham and the swing sailed to a 10-5 win. The 1-ball, 2-strike offering to Jordan Renz. Bouncer back up the middle over Meacham's head. Charging in, the shortstop is Martinez today. And in front of the bag at second, he will glove and make the throw to first on the run to retire Jordan Renz. But a leadoff double, and the Kernels play small ball to make sure that run crosses the plate. They lead by a score of 1-0 after half an inning of play on your home for Swing Baseball.
Zach, thanks for that tailor you gave me.
I'm glad you liked her.
Oh, and that clothing supplier had all my clothing supplies.
As they should.
And you'll be happy to know that the mechanic you told me about gave me that free estimate.
You know what? I am happy.
Dex, what would I do without you?
Be stuck at home in shabby clothes, not quilting?
Not a pretty picture.
Oh, I hear you.
Dex delivers the most used, most complete local info any way you like it. In print, on CD-ROM, or at DexOnline.com. Dex knows.
When you hear that music, you know it's John Keating's giant Big Top Buy-a-thon. But this year's Big Top is bigger. Bigger discounts up to $12,000. 400 new and used, plus a great selection of certified cars and trucks priced to sell. Plus our biggest discounts ever on new Cadillacs, Pontiacs, Buicks, and GMC trucks, including 06 Yukon XLs and the all-new Cadillac STS discounted $12,000. Or 0% financing for 72 months on Yukons. There's 90 Pontiacs, including 50 fuel-friendly Vibes, 80 Cadillacs and Buicks, 40 Lucernes and LaCrosses in stock now. And listen to this, 150 new GMC trucks and vans. John Keating's GM Superstore is overstocked. So don't miss out on this great money-saving sales event. Plus, we're giving top dollar for your trade. Now through Monday, Memorial Day till 5 p.m. It's the giant Big Top Buy-a-thon at John Keating's GM Superstore. I-74 at Kimberly Road, Davenport, or shop online at johnkeating.com.
The Rock Island Milan School District number 41 Head Start program is now taking applications for the 2006-2007 school year. Low-income families with preschool children 3 to 5 years of age should apply at the Head Start office, 2101 6th Avenue, on the second floor from 7 a.m. until 3 p.m. weekdays.
Daniel Nelson is the leadoff hitter for the Swing of the Quad Cities, and the first pitch at the bottom of the first is low for ball one. The switch hitter batting from the left side. Now he takes a curveball from Tommy Mendoza on the mound to even up the count. Nelson will be followed in the order by Jose Martinez, Colby Rasmus, and then the four-hitter Randy Roth. As Nelson bouncing ball down the first baseline, foul. A.J. Van Slyke bats fifth. Simon Williams, the sixth hitter. In the bottom third of the Quad Cities order features Chad Gabriel, Casey Roulette, and Henry Guerrero. The Kernels defensively have a newcomer in their outfield, Tyler Johnson in left. Brad Kuhn patrols in center as usual, and Madison Edwards is over in right. As Nelson jammed on the 1-2, pops it up, out of play, back. On the infield for Cedar Rapids, it's Dallas Morris at third base, Heinley Stacia at short, Marco Albano at second, and Mark Trumbo at first. The catcher, Brett Martinez, and again, the Cedar Rapids pitcher, 18-year-old right-hander, Tommy Mendoza. Mendoza comes home again. Boy, that looked like a changeup, and it was a nasty one. Nelson well out in front of it. He goes down swinging. Good pitch from Tommy Mendoza. One out in the bottom of the first. Kernels did take a 1-0 lead in the top of the first. Leadoff double from Heinley Stacia. Moved to third on a sacrifice bunt. Scored on a sacrifice fly. Jose Martinez out in front of a breaking ball. Bounces it softly towards third base. Dallas Morris fields. Throws to first. No problem. 2 up, 2 down. Just like that. Tommy Mendoza, a 1-5 record, a 5.34 ERA on the mound. Faced the swing once this year and really got hit hard. Jose Martinez, who just grounded out, got him for a 3-run homer. And Mendoza allowed 7 runs on 8 hits in just 4 innings of work in that ball game, losing his 3rd consecutive start at that time. As he finds the outside corner, strike 1 to Rasmus. Since then, Mendoza did pitch on Tuesday without figuring into the decision of a game against Kane County. The right-hander now comes home to Rasmus, who bounces the ball towards first base. Mark Trumbo gloves it moving to his left, takes it to the bag himself. A 1-2-3 bottom of the first for the swing. Only 8 pitches needed by Tommy Mendoza to navigate that frame. We'll head to the second inning of play. It's 1-0 Kernels on your home for Swing Baseball.
AM 1270. An all-star lineup and steroid-free.
The Quad Cities Progressive Talk. AM 1270.
AM 1270.
So, you got it, Dex?
Think so. You want an interior decorator that takes personal checks, has a feng shui influence, and gives a free consultation.
Yes, indeedy, Dex.
That leaves one. Zen Decorating, 555-6799, where Eastern meets Western.
Well, I hope their decorating is better than their slogan.
Hey, I just call them like I see them. DexOnline.com, the fastest way to get the most complete local info. More search options make getting the right info easier than ever before. DexOnline.com. It's the one that gets used. Dex knows.
Get in the zone. AutoZone. Before you hit the road this Memorial Day, you need to take a trip to AutoZone. At AutoZone, we can test your car's starting and charging system for free. AutoZone also has everything you need to tune up your car, which can save you up to $150 a year in gas. AutoZone has air conditioner recharge kits, fix-a-flat, emergency kits, and more. Great summer travel and gas savings start with a trip to AutoZone. Get in the zone. AutoZone.
Emergency response. You fell down a well. Your head? It's stuck? A vase? Listen, this line is for real emergencies, not pranks.
Things can get pretty ugly when you're bored after school. In an after-school program, you can find something way better to do, like hoops, soccer, painting, even field trips. Check out AfterSchoolScene.com. It's more fun than getting your head stuck in a vase. Brought to you by the After School Alliance, the Mock Foundation, and the Ad Council.
As a Cedar Rapids Kernels, Tyler Johnson lines a base hit up the middle off of Meacham. That ball carries into center field for a single, and the Kernels have their leadoff man aboard for the second time in as many innings. Corey Meacham faced Cedar Rapids on May 17th and was phenomenal in that ball game. 6 innings pitched, only 2 hits allowed. He did walk 4 in that game, but got out of it with a couple of double plays early. Dallas Morris now to the plate for Cedar Rapids. Johnson at first. He's going on the first pitch. It's a breaking ball hit on the ground to the left side. Martinez, a good scoop with the backhand, and he will stop, plant, throw to first to get Dallas Morris. Good play by the shortstop, but moving to second base is Tyler Johnson. Here's Albano. Kernels hitting and running on the second pitch of the inning. 2 pitches, 2 balls put into play. Kernels trying to get even with Meacham for that 6-inning gem. Back on May 17th, Corey Meacham will use that 2-seam fastball. That's his game plan. Not a strikeout pitcher. He'll try to 2-seam you to death. Johnson at second base, swinging again. First pitch, bouncing ball up the middle from Albano. Martinez, showing off his range, is behind second base this time. Gloves it with the left hand. Throws over to first again. 2 away. Johnson moves to third. 3 men have come to the plate here in the top of the second for Cedar Rapids. All 3 have swung and put the ball in play on the first pitch. Johnson's at third. They're 2 away. The Kernels already leading 1-0, and here's Brett Martinez. Martinez was 0 for 2 against Meacham the first time he faced him. .216 batting average on the season. And at third, 2 outs. There's a curveball from Meacham to start him off, and it's a strike. Meacham on the season has thrown 34 innings, and he's only struck out 11. That'll tell you something about the way he pitches. He's only walked 15. He's a good control pitcher. Not going to blow it by you. He's 0-1. Called strike, and it's an E. He's got Martinez where he wants him. No balls and 2 strikes. But a good ground ball to fly ball ratio for Meacham. And the 0-2 pitch is upstairs for ball 1 on the season. Meacham has induced 56 ground balls as opposed to only 32 fly balls. So he will keep the ball on the ground. He'll hope to get some double plays behind him. And he will count on his defense to some extent. The 1-2 reaching out. That's poked into right field by Martinez. And that well touched down in shallow right. Coming home is Tyler Johnson, and the Kernels lead 2-0. Not a hard hit ball, but one that found the right spot. Just looped out there into shallow right field by Martinez. He'll take it. In each of the first 2 innings, the leadoff man has singled, or gotten a hit, I should say. And in each of those 2 innings, the leadoff man has come around to score. So 2-0 now. Cedar Rapids out in front. The 9-hitter is Madison Edwards. The Kernels trying to turn things around. They've had a rough season. The swing. They look to battle back and make sure that doesn't happen on their watch. Meacham, a 21-year-oold right-hander out of Deepsville, Alabama. Crouch staring in towards his catcher, Henry Guerrero. Now he's got a sign he likes. He sets with his glove belt high. He'll throw to first base, but back in, sliding safely, is Martinez. Corey Meacham making his 8th start of the season, his 4th since returning from the disabled list. Van Slyke at first base today. He's holding on the runner, and time is called at the plate. 2-0 Cedar Rapids leads in the top of the second. The swing went down quietly in the bottom of the first. They've won 2 of the first 3 games of this series. The right-hander on the mound, taking a lot of time on the rubber. And now, inevitably, Madison Edwards at the plate will call time. The left-handed hitter has yet to see a pitch in this sequence. Good crowd on hand today on Scott County YMCA Day here at the ballpark. Now Meacham fires one off, and it's in there, called strike. Fireworks after the game today, so if you're in the area, come on down. You got plenty of time. We're only in the second inning. A good crowd on hand. Good baseball on the field. Cardinals and Angels affiliates going at it today. Another throw to first from Meacham. Again, back in sliding with the hands first safely is Martinez. Martinez with 4 stolen bases on the year. He has been caught 3 times. The Kernels have already hit and run once this inning. And at first, 2 outs. 2-0 Cedar Rapids. 1 run has already come home this inning. Now swinging, Edwards sends a liner down the left field line, slicing, and it gets foul. No balls and 2 strikes to count. 90 degrees at time of first pitch today. Another hot one on the field. Not quite as humid as it was yesterday. The wind dusting out to left field, about 20 miles per hour. Meacham sets, he's ready. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Another bouncing ball foul. This one along the first base line. And Edwards will see another pitch. Madison Edwards, only 155 hitter on the year. 2 RBIs in 23 games played. Edwards listed on the team roster as a catcher, but every time the swing have seen him in the lineup this season, he's been in one of the corner outfield spots. Another 0-2 pitch coming up from Meacham. Here it is, a check swing outside edge. Was it good enough? No. And that's ball 1. Close pitch to take for Edwards, but he gets the benefit of the doubt there. Edwards, the product of Texas Tech University, 22 years old. He's a native of Midland, Texas. And he bats from the left side against the righty Meacham, who kicks, comes home with the 1-2, breaking ball hit on the ground softly right side. Daniel Nelson will scoop it up behind the runner Martinez going from first to second, and Martinez will throw over to first to retire Edwards and retire the side. But the Kernels, another leadoff hit, another run scored. They lead 2-0, heading into the bottom of the second on your home for Swing Baseball.
Progressive talk.
Forward thinking.
Forward thinking.
I'd never tire of that story. Just like the Quad Cities.
On AM 1270.
1270.
The Dispatch Argus checks the facts, writes, and delivers right to your door. Another happy subscriber. Hey fans, grab the Dispatch and Rock Island Argus Sports section today for daily pro coverage of pro sports, including the Steam Wheelers, Mallards, and your Swing of the Quad Cities. Plus, get up-close coverage of high school sports action, game highlights, great photos, top athletes, school rankings, and more from our award-winning staff. The Dispatch Argus, delivering your sports. To subscribe, call 797-0345.
Read the Quad City Times to catch all of the up-to-date news, weather, and sports in and around the Quad Cities. Call 383-2250 to start your subscription today.
Quad City Radio Group Community Calendar. The Iowa Lions Foundation 4th Annual Golf Tournament will be held Monday, June 19th at Glints Creek Golf Course in Davenport. For more information, contact Andy Plain at 563-344-9022. Community Calendar is a service of the Quad City Radio Group.
When I do it, I feel the blood rushing through me, and I keep going back for more.
Carmen Castillo is under the influence of Dana, her volunteer trainer.
Tuck your chin, Carmen.
By spending just 1 day a week with kids like Carmen, Dana helps them develop interests that keep them away from drugs. Be a coach, a mentor, a volunteer, because you have something to offer. Log on to helpyourcommunity.org or call 877-KIDS-313. Brought to you by the Office of National Drug Control Policy and the Ad Council.
Quad City's cleanup hitter today. He will lead off the bottom of the second. He's followed by A.J. Van Slyke and Simon Williams against the right-hander, only 18 years old, Tommy Mendoza on the mound, who sailed through the first inning. We'll see if the swing make him throw a few more pitches here in the second. Well, Roth swinging at the first pitch. He pops it up into center field. Should be a can of corn for Brad Kuhn, who does drift over that way a little bit towards right center and put the squeeze on it. 1 out. And here's Van Slyke. Tommy Mendoza was solid to start out the year. In his first 6 starts of the season, he had a 2.95 ERA. But he's been roughed up a little bit in his 4 starts since. Van Slyke swinging first pitch sends that one into right field, but hooking foul. And that'll just be a strike on Van Slyke, who again swings at the first pitch. Last night, A.J. was 0 for 4. Each time up, he swung at the first pitch and was retired on the first pitch. And here on the second pitch, he's swinging. The ground ball goes right to the second baseman, Marco Albano, who will throw over to first for the second out of the frame. 2 outs on 3 pitches. Here in the bottom of the second inning. Simon Williams now to the plate. Williams a 222 batting average since joining Quad Cities. It's only 9 at-bats. 2 hits in those 9 at-bats. Williams, the native of Portland, Maine. Mendoza in his last 4 starts after starting strong, a combined 0-3 with a 9.58 ERA, allowing 28 hits in just over 20 innings there. Here he fires in a fastball, first pitch strike to Simon Williams. 2-0 Cedar Rapids, out in front in the bottom of the second. Swing will try to get to the Kernels' right-handed prospect, Tommy Mendoza, who comes in, misses with ball 1. On the changeup, and the count is evened up. Mendoza is considered one of these Angels prospects as Williams sprays one right side foul out of play. It gets into the picnic area, and the scramble is on for some kids in the kid zone out that way. Mendoza considered by Baseball America to be the number 10 prospect in the Angels system. He was actually primarily a catcher until his sophomore year in high school as he snaps off a breaking ball in the dirt to Williams, 2-2. But he had a fastball that touched 95 all summer in 2005, and according to Baseball America, he has good life on his heater and controls it well. His curveball has the makings of a plus breaking ball, while his cutter, slider, and changeup all have potential. He's mature beyond his years, they say. Here he fires a ball low, and the count now full to Simon Williams. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Williams, a powerful right-handed hitter with a lot of speed. Waits for the payoff pitch, swings and misses. The fastball tied him up inside, and that will be the end of the bottom of the second. Second strikeout of the game for Mendoza. He's retired. The first 6 batters he's faced. Corey Meacham will be back out on the hill for the top of the third. After this break, Cedar Rapids leading 2-0 on your home for swing baseball.
Reality TV. Try reality radio on for size. The Quad Cities Progressive Talk. AM 1270. The Quad Cities Progressive Talk.
So, you got it, Dex?
Think so. You want an interior decorator that takes personal checks, has a feng shui influence, and gives a free consultation?
Yes, indeedy, Dex.
That leaves one. Zen Decorating, 555-6799, where Eastern meets Western.
Well, I hope their decorating is better than their slogan.
Hey, I just call them like I see them.
DexOnline.com, the fastest way to get the most complete local info. More search options make getting the right info easier than ever before. DexOnline.com. It's the one that gets used. Dex knows.
I'm John Hope Bryan, founder of Operation Hope.
I'm Andrew Young, spokesman for Operation Hope.
In a global economy, you got to know how to swim.
You got to swim in deep financial waters these days. Everybody's pushing more responsibility on the people who are less economically responsible. The number one cause for divorce in America today is money.
Lord have mercy.
If you or your children want or need a lesson in financial literacy, we're here to help. Online and on the ground nationwide. Call us at 877-592-HOPE.
Great tickets are still available for every swing of the Quad Cities home game this season. Swing baseball is, by far, the best sports deal in town. Box seats are just $9, and bench or berm seating is just $7. For kids and seniors, it's only $6. Spend your summer outdoors by the Mississippi River with exciting swing baseball. To order swing baseball tickets, give us a call at 328-2000.
To the top of the third we head here at John O'Donnell Stadium. 2-0 Cedar Rapids out in front. Corey Meacham misses with his first offering to Heinley Stacia. Stacia, the 20-year-old native of Curacao, opened up the game with a double to right field. Came around to score. And takes ball 2 now low and away. Meacham will try to retire the leadoff hitter for the first time this game. He has already given up more runs in this ball game than he had in his 3 previous outings. Right-hander from Deepsville, Alabama, into the windup. Kicks. Comes home with a 2-0. That's right over the heart of the zone. And it's a 2-ball, 1-strike count now. Stacia bats from the left side. He's a switch hitter, and now he chops one. Trickles it off foul along the first baseline. Stacia was 2 for 4 last night in a ball game in which the Kernels as a team only had 3 hits, all of them singles, but Stacia had 2 of them against Kyle Stadlowski and then Jonathan Mykert for the ninth. There's a swing and a miss at a curveball from Meacham. His first strikeout of the ball game, and it gets the first batter in the third. Will bring up Brad Kuhn. Brad Kuhn, the key to this Kernels offense, laid down a sacrifice bunt in the top of the first inning. The swinging Kernels have met up 7 times this season, and in the 3 Kernels wins, Kuhn 3 hits and 6 at bats, 4 walks drawn, 3 runs, 3 RBIs, a couple of stolen bases. Tries to drag him on down the first baseline. Coming in, Van Slyke. Nelson will cover the bag behind him. To throw to first, Nelson barehands it, but they call him safe. The swing defenders in the area look a little bit confused. Brad Kuhn sliding into first base, heads first. Nelson barehanded the flip from A.J. Van Slyke. Looked like he had beamed the runner to the bag. The call by the umpire was that he missed the bag. He did not make contact with the bag, so it'll be a bunt single for Brad Kuhn along the first baseline. And here's Trumbo. Trumbo, the big right-handed hitting slugger. Meacham throws over to first. Kuhn back in safely. Now Brad Kuhn on the bases is a devil. 16 stolen bases on the year. That's tied for tops in the Midwest League, with Daniel Nelson among others. Also Terrence Patterson of Beloit, who the swing we'll see tomorrow. He starts and stops. The swing call a pitch out. Guerrero up with it, but no throw made. So Trumbo gets a gift ball. Bobby Magallanes and the Kernels expecting such a move. Kuhn at first base with 1 out. Trumbo hit a sacrifice fly in the first inning to drive in the game's first run. Meacham comes home with it, swing and a miss. A good curveball. 1-1 the count. Trumbo a 187 batting average, but 6 home runs. When he does make contact, the ball goes a long way. He's got 2 hits on the season against the swing in 18 tries. One of them was a tape measure home run off of Jason Cairns back at Veterans Memorial Stadium. The other one broke up Kyle Stadlowski's perfect game, last night. Trumbo hacking at one, sending it right to the backstop. It's a 1-2 count now. Trumbo with an 18th round pick in the 2004 draft out of Villa Park High School in California. Still only 20 years old. So much raw power. Doing at first base, the throw goes that way, so I tag, not in time. Trumbo, so much raw power, but can he make contact consistently? That's the question the Angels are asking. Trumbo considered by Baseball America to be their number 12 prospect in the farm system. He bats from the right side. He waits for the 1-2. Now Kuhn goes in. Trumbo makes contact, hits that one a long way to left field. Williams tracking back at it. And when Trumbo does connect, it usually goes a long way. That's a 2-run bomb to left field that clears the fence. And Cedar Rapids has a 4-0 lead in the third. Trumbo's third hit of the season against the swing. His second home run of the season against the swing. His 7th long ball of the year. Give him a pair of RBIs. Brad Kuhn running on the play. Never had to stop. So it's 4-0 now. Cedar Rapids in the third. Here's Jordan Wren swinging at the first pitch. He hits a harmless ground ball up the middle. Daniel Nelson moving to his right field. His throw is low to first base. But Van Slyke able to keep the foot on the bag as he digs it out and falls off of it. 2 outs. Here's Johnson. Tyler Johnson just joined the Kernels this series. Travis Schlichting, you may remember, in the opening game of this series, injured himself sliding into second base. They believe that he's torn some ligaments, the medial collateral ligament in his knee, as Johnson takes outside ball 1. So Schlichting has been placed on the disabled list. Tyler Johnson, promoted from extended spring training, checks his swing now, but takes a good curveball, even up the count. So in Johnson's first at-bat with Cedar Rapids, he singled in the second inning, and he came around to score. Funny stance, keeps the hands very low. And now he takes a fastball outside edge for strike 2. Johnson, the native of Muskogee, Oregon, 20 years old, stands in a crouch with his hands out in front of them and much lower than most hitters have them. Meacham misses outside with what looks like a changeup, and the count now 2 balls and 2 strikes. His forearms almost perpendicular to his body on a flat level plane. There's a curveball snapped off by Meacham. Johnson took it, and he took strike 3. Second strikeout of the inning for Corey Meacham, but the Kernels add another 2 runs on a home run by Mark Trumbo, and they lead 4-0 as we head to the bottom of the third on WKBF Progressive Talk AM 1270, your home for swing baseball.
Listen, react, respond, change. You have the power right here. The Quad Cities Progressive Talk, AM 1270.
When people ask us why our Swift Valley Farms milk tastes so fresh, we tell them there are just 2 simple reasons. Our milk comes from dairy farms right here in the Midwest, right close to home, so it spends less time on trucks and more time in your fridge. The second reason is that we're farmer-owned and always have been, so our farmers' standards of quality always come through. Swift Valley Farms, farmer-owned with pride.
The bond between food and Pepsi is a storied tradition. It is a bond of respect and admiration.
I just know that when I come out of the piping hot oven covered in cheese and pepperoni, I'm a little disoriented. But then I see that beautiful blue and red and white eye gazing at me. No, I'm not alone.
A bond that says where there's a pizza and a Pepsi, things are going to be okay.
And that's when I knew who I was. I'm a pizza. And proud of it. You know, it's because of... Oh, thank you, Pepsi. It really, meant a lot.
It's a bond of... Well, you say it, Mr. Pizza.
Love. I love you, Pepsi. I'm a pizza, and I love Pepsi. There, I said it.
Pepsi, food's cool. Pepsi. It's the cola.
You heard from Chad Gabriel on the pregame show today. He hit his first home run of the season yesterday, and here he digs in to open up the bottom of the third, takes low. Took one for a strike earlier, so the count now a ball and a strike. Tommy Mendoza, the third pitch of the sequence, a fastball coming in hard, about 97 miles per hour. Misses low and away. 2 ball, 1 strike count, but what Chad Gabriel has done as he has not taken. There he takes one right back up the middle. A line drive single into center field. What I was getting at there was that Chad Gabriel took a few pitches. He didn't swing at the first pitch. Mendoza only needed 17 pitches to get through 2 innings. Gabriel takes 3 in a row from him and then lines a single right back up the middle. Here's Casey Roulette. Roulette at third base tonight. A 187 batting average this year. He struggled at the plate, but his defense hasn't suffered. He's played all over the field. A little bit of second, third, short, a lot of outfield. He's swinging first pitch, and he pops one up right side, foul, but could be playable. Racing over there is Edwards, the right fielder, Trumbo, the first baseman. Neither one of them will track it down. It'll bounce on the warning track in the visiting Kernels bullpen. Today's Quad Cities are a wonderful place to visit, a great place to live, work, and build for the future. A place that John Deere is proud to call home. Deere & Company, a proud sponsor of Swing Baseball. Roulette, the right-handed hitter at a plate with an 0-1 count. The Kernels a 4-0 lead in the bottom of the third. Roulette lines one down the left field line, pulled it, but pulled it too much. It's foul. Put good wood on that ball, but couldn't keep it fair. Swing down early by 4 runs. Chad Gabriel came through a moment ago with the first Quad Cities hit of the ball game. Casey Roulette at the disc. Roulette had a good game the first time he saw Mendoza as he takes a curveball low and away. Brett Martinez diving to catch that. Roulette was 2 for 2 against Mendoza just 10 days ago. Scored twice and drove in a run. In that ball game, the Swing put up 5 runs in the 4th inning. Put up 7 runs through 4 innings against Mendoza, whose fastball misses upstairs. Even up the count at 1-1. That one checking in at about 95 miles per hour. Henry Guerrero on deck, getting set for his first at-bat in the Swing uniform. Roulette. There goes Gabriel. It's a hit and run. Roulette swings and misses at a changeup to throw down to second, but Gabriel is in safely. Tough to throw a runner out on the off-speed pitch. Roulette down swinging, but Gabriel ahead of the tag from Marco Albano. And here's Guerrero. Henry Guerrero, the newest member of the Swing of the Quad Cities, 24 years old, a native of Valencia, Venezuela. Guerrero, a catcher that joined the Swing on the same day that Brandon Yarber was promoted to Palm Beach. Signed by the Cardinals as a previously released free agent in October of 2005, so just this past offseason. He's got Gabriel at second base. Guerrero takes a strike fastball in there as his first at-bat of the season is underway. Guerrero spent his first 5 professional seasons as a member of the Baltimore Orioles organization, hitting .241 as he sprays one off to the right side. But really what jumps out at you when you look at Guerrero's career numbers, 107 strikeouts and 107 walks in 207 games. For a guy who's played 200-plus professional games, to have as many walks as strikeouts is really an impressive feat. He bats from the right side. He waits for the 0-2. It's well outside as Mendoza goes to the fastball again. And that's a 1-ball, 2-strike count. Mendoza has looked sharp early in this ball game. Much sharper than he did when he faced the Swing the first time on May 18th. Pick-off play towards second, but Gabriel back in plenty of time. Now, Henry Guerrero's best season came in 2002 when he played in the Gulf Coast League with the GCL Orioles. Hit .290 that season with 8 doubles. Walked 14 times, struck out 15 in 35 games. Takes a changeup off the plate inside, does Guerrero. And the count now 2 balls and 2 strikes. Talking to him the other day, he considers defense his strong suit. Said he's not a bad hitter by any means, but considers his defense to be his strongest asset. Says he has a strong arm. Looking forward to seeing it in action. He takes a curveball, it's low, and he has worked the count full. We're in the bottom of the third, the Swing trailing 4-0. Chad Gabriel leads off from second. He singled and stole the bag. Albano, the second baseman, pinched towards him, trying to keep him honest. The payoff pitch, Guerrero out in front of it, pops it up. Back behind home plate, and out of play. So the count now full. Mendoza, the 18-year-old righty on the mound, pitching to the 24-year-old Guerrero at the plate. Here is the payoff. And it's outside. No, it's called strike 3, outside edge. Guerrero was already walking towards first base. Keith Mitchell barking from the coach's box at third base. But Guerrero punched out. Takes strike 3 over the outside corner. And Gabriel's still at second for Daniel Nelson. Nelson struck out swinging to start the bottom of the first. Nelson in that leadoff spot. He'll be staying there. But he's been swinging a good bat lately. 6 for 11 this series. He's from the left side, taking the first pitch. It's outside. Daniel Nelson, when he was reinserted into the leadoff spot, was said, look, you're hitting leadoff. Don't hit like a leadoff hitter because he's not comfortable with that. He doesn't like taking the first pitch if he wants to swing at it. Looks at a changeup on the edge outside, but strike. 1-1 the count. Nelson has the speed of a leadoff hitter, but not the hitting style of a leadoff hitter. He takes upstairs for ball 2. He doesn't want to be patient. He wants to go up there and swing, and there's nothing wrong with that. A lot of hitters are like that. They want to get up there, and they want to take their hacks when they see a good pitch. So Nelson, hitting leadoff, without a leadoff hitter's approach, takes inside for ball 3. And it's been working for Nelson, who's been in a good streak lately. Daniel Nelson, a 6 for 11 series, has 10 hits in his last 7 games. Waiting for the 3-1 pitch. He takes it upstairs, and that's ball 4. A little bit of hesitation from Nelson throwing the bat away. Been a bit of an erratic strike zone this inning. So 2 men on base now for Jose Martinez. The first time that Tommy Mendoza faced the swing of the Quad Cities, Jose Martinez was 2 for 3 against him with a home run and 4 RBIs. Martinez with a couple tucks on the pond here has a chance to bring the swing right back into this ball game. Martinez was 3 for 4 yesterday with a double and a run scored. Bats from the right side, taking first pitch called strike. Jose Martinez, 20 years old, out of Venezuela, on the season, has driven in 7 runs against Cedar Rapids, scored 6, and hit 3 home runs. The 0-1, he fouls that one straight back, right over my head. No ball, 2 strike count. Tommy Mendoza has lost his last 4 decisions on the season, a 1-5 record. The 0-2 is inside a hit. Martinez, he came high and tight with the fastball, and he's just loaded the bases. Give Martinez first base, push Nelson to second, and 90 feet away at third base will be Chad Gabriel. Here's Colby Rasmus. Swing of the Quad Cities trailing 4-0. We'll look to change that here. Bags packed for the swing of the Quad Cities in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Rasmus got the day off yesterday. Back out there fresh today. He's 0 for 1 in the game. Now he's got 3 on the bases. The first pitch he sees from Mendoza, taken low. That curveball comes in just below the knee. Martinez at first, Nelson at second, Gabriel at third. Colby Rasmus, the 19-year-old center fielder, the left-handed hitter, waits for the 1-0 from Mendoza. Swing and a miss. Mendoza coming with the heat there. That ball checking in the high 90s. This guy is an 18-year-old, and he throws gas. Randy Roth on deck. He just wants a chance to hit this inning. There are 2 outs in the bottom of the 3rd. Swing trailing by 4, but they have the bases loaded. The 1-1 swung on and missed. Another fastball. that Rasmus waves at. Got his family in the ballpark tonight. His parents are here. Wants to come up big for them, I'm sure. Rasmus, the 28th overall pick in the 2005 draft. Batting with the bases loaded and 2 outs. The 1-2 pitch. There's the line drive back up the middle. Brad Kuhn charging in hard from center. Won't get to it. Scoring from third. Gabriel Nelson being waved around the throw to the plate. Not in time. And the swing of the Quad Cities have cut the lead in half. Rasmus drives in 2 on the single. And it's 4-2 now, Cedar Rapids. Big 2-out hit from Colby Rasmus. After Mendoza flew 2 fastballs right by him, Rasmus up to the task on the third. Moving to second base, but stopping there is Martinez. Gabriel and Nelson come home to score. And that'll bring out Kernan Ronan, the Kernels pitching coach, as Randy Roth comes to the plate. Roth, a big game yesterday, doubled twice, drove in 2. He was 3 for 4. Talk about guys that are due. Randy Roth has not homered in 18 days. Has been leading the league in that category for nearly the entire season. Roth now tied with Kane County's Jeff Baisley with 11 bombs on the year, despite the fact that Roth has not hit one since May 10th. With first and second, he's swinging first pitch, and he pops it up back behind home plate. Fouling out of play, strike 1. Cedar Rapids 4, Quad Cities 2. Both swing runs have come home here in this bottom of the third. Rasmus stands at first base. Martinez at second. Ball into the gap could mean 2 runs. The 0-1, low and away. On the changeup. And that evens up the count to Roth. Roth sitting on .299 is batting average for the season. 11 bombs, 36 driven in. Waits for the 1-1, takes it low in the dirt. And ball 2, Martinez up ready to throw, neither runner moving. A beautiful evening for baseball here on Sunday night, a special Memorial Day evening, Sunday evening contest. Thanks to the holiday weekend. And at first and second, Mendoza on the mound, kicks. He comes home to Randy Roth, who takes up and away, and that's ball 3. Mendoza does not want to walk the bases loaded again. Randy Roth should see a fastball right here. Mendoza throws hard. What can Roth do with it? 2 outs in the bottom of the third. Here is the 3-1. Roth pokes it into right center. That's a base hit. Martinez being waved around third. He'll score. Rasmus into third, and it's 4-3. Roth and Rasmus back-to-back 2-out run-scoring singles. And the swing have called to within a run. They'll have men at the corners now for Van Slyke. Well, Gabriel singled this inning with the lead off. 2 strikeouts later. Looked like he might get stranded. But a walk to Nelson. Martinez was hit by a pitch, and now back-to-back singles from Rasmus and Roth have kept this inning alive. And with that, we will see the Kernels bullpen get up and throwing. Still in the third inning. The swing have gotten to Mendoza. They trail still by a run, though. Van Slyke will try to change that with men at the corners. The right-hander comes home. Van Slyke pops it up first base side, foul and out of play. Van Slyke upset that he missed that. He has swung at the first pitch in 6 consecutive at-bats. At least. A.J. Van Slyke, a very aggressive hitter, and we've seen that get him into trouble sometimes this year. A .254 batting average. He has driven in 15 runs on the season. Waits for the 0-1. Another high pop fly left side. Chasing over that way, Dallas Morris will run out of room as that ball comes down in the general admission seating. And the fans love it. Somebody must have made a nice catch there. Quad Cities has scored 3 runs on 3 hits here in this inning. They've got men at the corners with 2 outs. Van Slyke The left-handed hitter with a wide-open stance. There goes the runner from first. A swing and a miss from Van Slyke. And that strikeout will end the inning. So Tommy Mendoza strikes out the side. He's got 5 punch-outs on the game. But Quad Cities rallies with 2 outs, puts 3 runs on the board, and they have pulled to within 4-3 through 3 innings of play on your home for Swing Baseball.
Hi, I'm Trey Herman. I'm a pitcher for the Swing of the Quad Cities. Listen to us play all season long on Progressive Talk AM 1270.
When you hear that music, you know it's John Keating's Giant Big Top Buy-A-Thon. But this year's Big Top is bigger. Bigger discounts up to $12,000. 400 new and used, plus a great selection of certified cars and trucks priced to sell. Plus our biggest discounts ever on new Cadillacs, Pontiacs, Buicks, and GMC trucks, including 06 Yukon XLs and the all-new Cadillac STS discounted $12,000 for 0% financing for 72 months on Yukons. There's 90 Pontiacs, including 50 fuel-friendly Vives, 80 Cadillacs and Buicks, 40 Lucernes and LaCrosses in stock now. And listen to this, 150 new GMC trucks and vans. John Keating's GM Superstore is overstocked. So don't miss out on this great money-saving sales event. Plus, we're giving top dollar for your trade. Now through Monday, Memorial Day till 5 p.m. It's the Giant Big Top Buy-A-Thon at John Keating's GM Superstore. I-74 at Kimberly Road, Davenport, or shop online at johnkeating.com.
This is Morgan Freeman, and I, like all of you, have been shocked and humbled by the damage and heartbreak in the Gulf Coast area. The American Red Cross is in action throughout the area, and they need your support to get food, shelter, counseling, and other assistance to where it is most needed. Help victims of Hurricane Katrina and thousands of other disasters across the country each year. Call 1-800-HELP-NOW or visit redcross.org. Your donation provides hope, and hope is more powerful than a hurricane.
Brought to you by the American Red Cross, the Ad Council, and this station.
All systems go. Prepare for countdown.
The new Progressive Talk, AM 1270.
3, 2, 1.
WKBF Rock Island.
Let's stop to adventure.
In the WKBF studio, pushing the buttons, I'm Ben Tippett live from John O'Donnell Stadium, where Corey Meacham snaps off the first pitch at the top of the fourth. He comes up and in to Dallas Morris for ball 1. The swing trailed 4-0. They have pulled to within 4-3, and a big swing and a miss from Morris at a pitch that was inside and low. That's a tough pitch to hit. Well placed by Corey Meacham, and the count evens up at a ball and a strike. A great crowd on hand today for Scott County Family YMCA Day. As Morris pops one up out of play to the right side, there will also be 4 post-game fireworks. A beautiful crowd on hand, cheering on the Swing of the Quad Cities today. Morris with a 1-2 count. Meacham, the fastball misses high, and that'll even up the count at 2 balls, 2 strikes. Meacham has allowed 4 runs in his first 3 innings of work, including a home run to Trumbo. But if he can settle down here, the Swinger very much into this thing. Morris out in front of an off-speed pitch, chops it harmlessly foul to the left side, where it bounces off the fencing in front of the Swing dugout. Quad Cities won last night. They've won 2 of the first 3 games of this series, as Meacham fires one in up and away, and the count now is full. Last night it was a 4-0 victory, and the heart of the order hit very well for the Swing. The 2, 3, and 4 hitters anyway. Another payoff to Dallas Morris. Fouls that one right off his own foot. That's got to hurt. Last night, Jose Martinez, Bryan Anderson, and Randy Roth combined for 8 hits in 12 at-bats. 3 doubles amongst those 8 hits. Instrumental in the 5th inning rally. Stringing together 3 straight hits with 2 outs. To plate a pair of runs. 3-2 from Meacham. Bounced on the ground. Third baseline roll. That plays a funny hop and throws across the diamond for the out. Boy, one thing you know you're getting with Casey Roulette is a good glove anywhere on the diamond. He's played everything this year but first base, catcher, and pitcher. And he's played it all well. Here's Albano. Kernels' second baseman was 0 for 2 the first time he faced Corey Meacham. This is his first appearance in the series since the opener on Thursday. He was 0 for 4 on Thursday, struck out twice against Jaime Garcia. First pitch from Meacham is a called strike, 0-1. The Swing starting pitchers this season have been lights out. Rather, this series have been lights out. There's a ball taken by Albano. Through the first 3 games of this series, Jaime Garcia, Mark McCormick, and Kyle Sadlowski have combined to toss 21 innings, allowing only 2 runs, 9 hits, and striking out 19. How about those numbers? Bouncing ball along the first baseline from Albano, moving over to his left. Van Slyke loves it on the line behind the bag. He'll take a few steps in, step on the bag with his foot. 2 up, 2 down. Couple of ground balls for Corey Meacham. That's what he likes to see. Now Garcia on Thursday and Sadlowski on Saturday yesterday. Each threw 8 innings. The only 2 outings all season long that the Swing pitching staff, the Swing starter rather, has gone 8 innings into a game. Neither pitcher allowing a run in their 8 innings. Meacham breaks off the changeup there. Martinez taking it for a strike. Brett Martinez, the Kernels catcher, a .216 hitter. Only 1 for 7 on the series heading into play today, although he has singled tonight. There's another one taken. Looked like a little bit of a slide piece from Corey Meacham, whose breaking ball is somewhere in between a curveball and a slider. Into the windup, the righty's 0-2 pitch to Martinez, low and away in the dirt. That gets by Guerrero. The 1-ball, 2-strike count. Quad Cities had allowed only 3 runs in the series before this ball game, posting 2 shutouts in the first 3 games. But they trail 4-3 here in the bottom of the 4th, as swinging and fouling off another one is Martinez. 1-2. Brett Martinez was a 24th round pick in 2002. Brief call-up in 2005 with the AAA Salt Lake City Club. Martinez was a non-roster invitee to spring training big league camp just this year, but he swings and misses at that fastball from Corey Meacham. One of the few fastballs that Meacham threw during that at-bat. He's got 3 punch-outs on the game. His first 1, 2, 3 innings of the contest. We'll see if that carries over into any runs for the Swing in the bottom of the 4th. They trail 4-3 on your home for Swing baseball.
Hi, I'm Daniel Nelson. I play shortstop for the Swing of Quad Cities. Listen to us play all season long on Progressive Talk AM 1270.
This week on The Wilderness, Rebecca discovers there's something going on at Dante's hut.
You missed supper with the group. You're up to something.
Yeah, you're right. We're not on an island.
What?
We're in the Midwest.
That's impossible.
And just over that hill, there's a hungry hobo with grilled steak and chicken.
A hobo grill? You're delusional.
No, it's real.
But the chubby guy told us the hill is cursed and we should stay away.
He deceived us. I followed him. He goes for Hobo Grill every day.
No wonder he hasn't lost in power.
He said if I revealed the location, it would be overrun and we couldn't get our Hobo Grill. You gotta forgive me.
I don't know if I can. Maybe if I go with you. Oh, but we don't have any cash.
Hungry Hobo takes major credit cards.
So you're grilling?
I'm grilling and it's filling.
Let's go.
Okay, but one thing.
I won't tell anyone the Hungry Hobo Grill is there.
Right. At Hungry Hobo Grill locations like the newly remodeled store at 1842 18th Avenue East Moline, try tender beef sirloin and chicken breast grilled. Add provolone cheese and all the fresh hobo toppings and your hunger will be lost. Hungry Hobo Grill. Easy to find, hard to resist.
And now it's time for Joan on the Phone with your host, Joan Cusack.
I've been watching the news a lot lately, and frankly, I'm troubled. You've got runaway brides, crisscrossing the country, people on the lam running from manhunts, and politicians taking free trips all over the place. I even saw where this one guy had 2 different families on opposite coasts. And it all just makes me wonder, what in the world are these people paying in roaming and long-distance charges?
With U.S. Cellular's national plan, you get true nationwide calling with no long-distance charges and no roaming charges from anywhere to anywhere. Right now, get 800 nationwide anytime minutes for $49.95 a month. It's just one more way. At U.S. Cellular, we connect with you. Minimum service agreement required. Other restrictions and charges apply. Limited time offer. See store for details or call 1-888-BUY-USCC.
Mendoza's name has to come up. Already a 1-1 count to Williams, who rips the line drive foul off the wall along the third base line. And already in the bottom of the fourth, it's a 1-ball, 2-strike count. The Swing trailing by a run, but the momentum starting to shift. Quad Cities with 3 runs in the bottom of the third. Corey Meacham, a 1-2-3 inning on the mound. In the top of the fourth, Williams swinging and missing at a good changeup from Mendoza, his 6th strikeout of the game. Experience the finest selection of lagers and ales, handcrafted with old world tradition at Bent River Brewing Company. Located at 1413 5th Avenue in Moline, Bent River provides a unique experience that you don't want to miss. Curveball, Chad Gabriel taps it foul, third baseline for strike 1. Tommy Mendoza struck out 8 batters in 7 innings of work on May 2nd against South Bend. That's the ball game in which he went 7 innings, allowed no runs and only 2 hits. Gabriel swings and misses at the high heat. So Mendoza has struck out as many as 8 in a game this season. He's got 6. We're only in the 4th. Has been hittable, though. The book on Mendoza this season, as Gabriel takes low, has been very good control numbers, high strikeout totals, low walk totals, but he's given up a lot of hits. On the year, Mendoza, 49 strikeouts, 15 walks heading into play today. Those are pretty good numbers. In 57 and a third innings. His 1-2 now. Gabriel reaches out and grounds it softly right side. Albano on the run to his left. Will right himself in good position and scoop it up, throw to first, 2 outs. What has gotten Mendoza this year, however, has not been the walks, it's been the hits. 62 hits allowed in 57 in the third inning. 34 earned runs, 6 home runs. Casey Roulette on the first pitch. He sees a soft liner up the middle. It will take a hop, and Heinley Stasia behind the bag at second gets there. Gloves it, throws to first, and dueling 1-2-3 innings here in the 4th. We'll see if anything changes as we head to the 5th. Right now it's Cedar Rapids 4, Quad Cities 3 on your home for Swing Baseball.
Don't like the direction the country's headed? You're welcome to borrow our map, the Quad Cities Voice for America. The Quad Cities Progressive Talk, AM 1270.
Dax, thanks for that tailor you gave me.
I'm glad you liked her.
Oh, and that quilting supplier had all my quilting supplies.
As they should.
And you'll be happy to know that the mechanic you told me about gave me that free estimate.
You know what? I am happy.
Dax, what would I do without you?
Be stuck at home in shabby clothes, not quilting?
Not a pretty picture.
Oh, I hear you. Dex delivers the most used, most complete local info any way you like it. In print, on CD-ROM, or at DexOnline.com. Dex knows.
Read the Quad City Times to catch all of the up-to-date news, weather, and sports in and around the Quad Cities. Call 383-2250 to start your subscription today.
The best way to entertain a large group of family, friends, or clients is on John O'Donnell Stadium's River Pavilion. Boasting a magnificent view of the Mississippi River to the south and downtown Davenport to the north, the River Pavilion gives you access to an all-you-can-eat buffet before the game. Choose from hot dogs, hamburgers, pulled chicken, pulled pork, chips, pop, and ice-cold beer. Then you'll get exciting Midwest League baseball from the game's most scenic ballpark. For more information on the River Pavilion, give us a call at 324-3000.
Well, I was 10 when I first got involved with drugs.
When I first got pregnant, school was not important to me, so I dropped out.
The only way I can make something out of my life is if I get an education.
Stay in school. Give yourself a chance. I want to be somebody.
A public service message brought to you by the U.S. Army and the Ad Council.
Play it again, sports. If you've ever been there, you know that, hey, that's the place where you can play it again and again. Buy, sell, trade, and consign new and used sports equipment at Play It Again Sports, located in Bettendorf on Middle Road. To the 5th inning we go. 4-3 Kernels. On your home for swing baseball, Madison Edwards, the left-handed hitting right fielder, takes off the plate outside, ball 1. Edwards grounded out to the second baseman in his first at-bat of this ball game. Whirls the bat over his head. Waits for the 1-0. Flinches as it comes low and in, but he takes ball 2. Now, an interesting thing that I noticed before the game today, both of these pitchers had faced their respective opponents once before this season. As Meacham's 2-0 pitch lined straight to the netting behind home plate. Now, the starters in the Quad Cities lineup collectively had 8 hits and 13 at-bats against Mendoza the first time around, including a home run, 6 runs scored, and 7 RBIs. On the other side of the ledger, much different story. As Meacham into the windup, his 2-1 pitch is bounced softly towards second base on 3 hops. It's Nelson. An easy throw to first, 1 away. Another ground ball for Meacham. Now the starters in the Cedar Rapids lineup today, collectively against Corey Meacham the first time around, had only 2 hits in 15 at-bats. Grounded into a couple of double plays. 1 walk, 1 strikeout. Obviously, it's been a little bit of a different story there today. 5 hits, 4 runs off Meacham. But he seems to have settled down. He's retired the last 6 batters he's faced. 4 of them on groundouts, 2 of them on strikeouts. Now a line drive right back up the middle is all Meacham can do just to get out of the way. That's a base hit from Stacia. Meacham tried to snag that ball as it came right back at him. But he couldn't do it, so Heinley Stacia continues to have a good stretch here. 2 hits today, he had 2 hits yesterday. And he's aboard with 1 out. Here's Kuhn. Kuhn 1 for 1, and Singleton scored in the 3rd. He also laid down the sacrifice bunt in the 1st. He's got Stacia at first base with 1 out in the top of the 5th. The Kernels nursing a 1-run lead. Meacham kicks, comes home. There goes Stacia. Ball punched towards third base. Roulette's going to try to go to second anyway. The relay to first. That's a double play, and a fantastic one at that. Roulette to Nelson to Van Slyke, and that twin killing will bring the top of the 5th to a close. 4-3, the Kernels out in front on your home for swing baseball.
Hi, I'm AJ Van Slyke, and I play first base for the Swing of the Quad Cities. Listen to us play all season long on Progressive Talk, AM 1270.
Hello?
We are family.
Dad.
iWireless lets us call each other for free.
Oh, give me that. Hi, sweetie. Dad's singing crazy again. Well, yes, he can hardly contain himself since getting the incredible iWireless 50% off sale on the first 3-month service of their nationwide shared plan.
Half off service for free.
Which includes free mobile-to-mobile calling and free nights and weekends starting weekdays at 5 p.m.
Don't forget the phones.
Plus 3 great phone choices. Dad's quality Nokia phone.
Only 1 penny.
My Motorola camera phone, only $29.95. And for you, a Sony Ericsson camera phone for only $49.95 with MP3. Ooh, score.
Right now, get 50% off your first 3 months of service on all iWireless nationwide shared plans and great deals on the phones of your choice. Visit iWireless.com. Call 1-888-684-0500 or go to the nearest iWireless, a T-Mobile affiliate, for the 50% off sale today. Some conditions apply. Hurry, this offer ends soon.
iWireless is family.
A really cool phone for me.
Have you heard about Valpak.com? It's the online version of the famous Valpak Blue Envelope with even more great offers. At Valpak.com, you can find savings for your home, coupons for eating out,
Table for 2,
or maybe even discounts on gardening services. To discover today's savings for yourself, just log on to www.valpak.com. Enter your zip code and start browsing our online coupons. So, how does that sound? Valpak.com. There are more savings online for you.
First pitch at the bottom of the 5th is taken inside by Henry Guerrero. Ball 1. Guerrero was called out on strikes in the 3rd inning on a questionable call over the outside edge that he didn't appreciate. Now he takes one right over the heart of the plate. Fastball from Mendoza that will even up the count at 1 ball and 1 strike. Into the wind, the right-hander, Mendoza, That ball fisted by Guerrero to the left side. Morris snags it. The third baseman moving to his left with the outstretched arm, and he will be able to throw over to first place. Good range by the third baseman, Morris. Looked like that ball might sneak through the 6-hole for a moment. Leadoff man retired in the 5th. Boy, Mendoza has really just had one bad inning. He has not thrown more than 9 pitches in any inning other than the 3rd when he threw 36, throwing 3 runs, all of them on 2 outs. Nelson squaring to bunt, but he pops it up left side, fouling out of play. That ball won't land until it reaches the top of the swing dugout along the third baseline. Nelson looking to catch the third baseman, Morris, a little bit off guard there. Morris isn't buying it. He's not even playing in still. Over at third base, the 0-1 change up, and it's a good one. Finds the outside corner. No balls and 2 strikes. Mendoza's changeup is quite the, change up off the fastball. And there's one low that Nelson swings at and just makes contact with to stay alive. Mendoza throws in the mid-90s consistently with his fastball. His changeup comes in the high 70s. How about that for a change of speed? Swing trail 4-3 in the bottom of the 5th. A switch hitter Nelson bats from the left side, waits for the 0-2, swings and misses through a high fastball. You can see why the Angels are so high on Mendoza. Only 18 years old, a hard thrower with a good changeup. And here's Jose Martinez. Martinez was hit by a pitch in the 3rd. Ended up scoring a run. He homered off Mendoza back on May 18th. Drove in 4 runs against Mendoza in that ball game. So righty into the windup, and Martinez takes a called strike. Jose Martinez, 262 hitter in 24 games with the swing. 4 home runs, 13 RBIs. Checks his swing at a breaking ball that starts low and away. Martinez 3 for 4 yesterday, had a double. A good game. Waiting for the 1-1 pitch, bounces it down towards shortstop. Heinle Stasa coming in on 2 hops. His throw is high to Trumbo, but he makes the catch and he holds on to the bag. That is a 1-2-3 5th inning. All of a sudden now Mendoza has settled down and he's retired 7 in a row. Swing trail 4-3 on your home for Swing Baseball.
The scale has been tipped the wrong way for way too long. It's time to set things right. The Quad Cities Progressive Talk, AM 1270.
Cool cooking man. King of the grill, who's your patio? It's time for Clement's Great Grill Challenge. If someone asks you, what's cooking, Daddy-O, tell them Clement's is always lean and juicy. The other guys have more fat, more flare-ups, and shrinking taste. Avoid unnecessary flare-ups. Never substitute fat for flavor. Always... Number 24 and an ice-cold Pepsi on Victory Lane. It's the perfect companion to the race. Join in the action. Grab a Pepsi, open it up.
We head to the 6th inning, 4-3 Cedar Rapids. Nobody scored since the 3rd. And a fastball from Meacham to Mark Trumbo is taken for strike 1. Trumbo hit a 2-run home run, a towering fly ball to left field. In the third inning, he's hit 2 home runs against Quad Cities this year. And he takes the ball. Count 1-1 now. Bouncing ball up the middle, not hit hard. Daniel Nelson should have an easy play of it, moving to his right. Collects it, throws the first, 1 away. Corey Meacham needed only 6 pitches to get through the 5th inning. Of course, a sharp-looking double play started by Casey Roulette didn't hurt. Stacia, the speedster, was running from first base. Brad Kuhn, another speedster, just reached out and punched the ball towards the third baseman. Roulette, who was playing in, fielded it, started the double play to second, where Nelson finished it to Van Slyke at first. Here's Jordan Renz. He takes a fastball that misses for ball 1. Meacham had a tough start to this ball game. Seems to settle down since. The 1-0. Waits back on it. Fouls it right off the mask of Guerrero. Count evens up. Cedar Rapids scored a run in the first, a run in the second, and 2 in the third. Swinging the Quad Cities have scored all 3 of their runs in the bottom of the third. Jordan Renz, the big right-handed hitter. Midwest League RBI leader, taken upstairs. Ball 2. Renz a .277 batting average entering play today. 14 doubles, 10 home runs, 38 RBIs. Not too shabby of a line, but he's grounded out twice today. The 2-1 pitch, curveball just misses outside, and it is now a 3-1 strike count. Don't want to make the mistake to Renz right here. The right-hander on the mound into the wind. His 3-1 pitch swung on and missed. Good fastball. Looks like Renz foul tipped that into the glove of Henry Guerrero. Guerrero, the catcher, making his first start for the Swing today. The payoff pitch just misses off the outside edge. Gives Jordan Renz first base on the first walk issued by Meacham today. Well, I don't think Corey Meacham liked that call. He's going to walk around behind the mound a little bit and regroup, gather himself. He wanted that strike called. He didn't get it. Instead of strikeout number 4, it's walk number 1. So here's Tyler Johnson, the newcomer. Johnson 1 for 2 today with a run and a strikeout. 1 for 2 on the season with a run and a strikeout. Johnson, originally a 12th round pick in the 2004 draft out of Haskell High School in Oklahoma. Takes a called strike on a curveball from Meacham. Johnson missed his entire 2004 season, what was supposed to be his pro debut, with an injury. He then hit .265 last year in the Arizona League. And here he is being promoted from extended spring training to full season ball in Cedar Rapids. And only his second season on the field. Meacham throws over to first. Back in safely is Renz. Renz is not really a stolen base threat, but anybody on this Kernels team can go. He'll throw that way again. He's not buying the I'm a slow slugger that won't run act, apparently. A beautiful night at the ballpark here on Sunday evening at John O'Donnell Stadium. The sun just beginning to set, the sky beginning to change colors. Centennial Bridge lit up. Across the Mississippi, a swing and a miss on a pitch. Guerrero up, gunning down to first base. Van Slyke tag is a little bit late. But Johnson whiffing at that pitch. Down in the count 0-2. The seating bowl is full here at John O'Donnell Stadium. Can't even make out the bleachers below the mass of people in the general admission seating. The berms are busy. The bridge in the left field corner that spans the concourse to the left field berm is busy. And people littered across the box seats, behind home plate and on the infield. A beautiful day for a ball game here on this Memorial Day weekend. Only thing that's left is a Swing comeback. They were down 4-0 at one point. It's 4-3 right now. And there's a high fastball swung on and missed. Meacham gets Johnson. His 4th punch out of the game. Meacham entered play today with only 11 strikeouts on the season. Got 4 today against only 1 walk. Here's Morris. Morris is grounded out twice. Morris, a 24th rounder in 2005 out of Louisiana Lafayette. Got a man at first with 2 outs, takes a breaking pitch up and in. Ball 1. Ellis Morris entered play today, a .226 hitter. 3 homers, 6 doubles, 2 triples. 17 runs driven in on the campaign. Leading off at first base is Renz. He's there with 2 outs. Kernels up 4-3. The 1-0 pitch from Meacham is a called strike outside edge. Count evens up. Mendoza and Meacham both have been pitching well, despite the fact that both of them have given up a few runs. They've come in spurts. And now Meacham will throw over to first again, where Renz is back in time. Two outs, top 6. Finale of a 4-game series, Swing trailing by a run, looking to come back and take the series from the Kernels. Meacham with a curveball, misses low and away to Morris. The Swing won the opener, 1-0. Lost game 2-3-2. Came back last night with another shutout, winning 4-0. Here tonight it's Corey Meacham on the hill, looking to lead Quad Cities to victory. He gets set for the 2-1 pitch. There goes Renz. It's outside. Guerrero throws down to second. Good night, Jordan Renz. Daniel Elson puts on the tag. He was out by a mile. And that's how the top of the 6th inning will end. To the bottom half we go. Swing trailing by a run on your home for Swing Baseball.
The power of the dark side has ruled long enough. Use your power and get involved. The Quad Cities Progressive Talk, AM 1270.
I'm home.
Hey, honey, how was shopping?
Don't ask. How about your day?
Well, you know, kids, laundry, picking up.
Oh, did you go to the video store?
Nope, don't have to.
But I wanted to relax and watch movies tonight.
Right, I can order your movie from right here on the couch with on-demand service from Mediacom.
I don't get it.
It's simple. Anyone who has digital cable from Mediacom can do it. Just use your remote to order from over 100 available titles. For 24 hours, you can watch as much as you want. You can rewind, fast forward, stop, start.
So, if I get interrupted, I can start where I left off?
Yep, or watch it over as many times as you like. Plus, you don't have to worry about late fees.
I'm going to like on-demand service from Mediacom.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, you know, you have this domestic stuff down.
Thanks, honey. Could you hand me that laundry basket?
Going to the video store is a thing of the past with on-demand service from Mediacom. If you have digital cable, you already have on-demand service. Rewind, fast forward, start, and stop. Watch as much as you like. To order digital cable, call Mediacom today at 800-800-CABLE.
If something happens to you, will your family be financially secure? Will your income be replaced? What about college? Don't put it off. Turn to your Modern Woodman agent for the trusted personal guidance you need. You'll work together to select the right financial products to protect your family's future.
For more information on Modern Woodman services and career opportunities, call the Tom Hosmanic Agency at 563-386-8600.
Modern Woodman of America. Touching lives, securing futures.
First pitch to the bottom of the 6th is in there for strike 1. Colby Rasmus, whose 2-run shingle in the 3rd inning, put the Swing on the board, leading off. And now he pulls one to the right side. It's a curveball, and on one hop, it's fielded by Mark Trumbo, the first baseman, who takes it to the bag himself for the first out of the inning. Swing want to thank Cheddar's for providing today's VIP food. Cheddar's located on Kimberly Road. Here's Randy Roth with 1 out. Roth also came through with a 2-out RBI in that 3rd inning as he takes a changeup here, ball 1 inside. Cedar Rapids a 4-3 lead as Roth swings at a curveball off the plate outside. Just gets a piece of it, sending it to the backstop, and count now a ball and a strike. All of Quad City's runs have come in the 3rd inning. Other than that inning, Mendoza has been tough. Curveball low in the dirt. It's 2 balls and a strike now to Roth. Roth was 3 for 4 last night with a couple of doubles, a couple driven in. 1 for 2 already with an RBI tonight. 2-1, pops it up left field. Tyler Johnson will have plenty of time to run under that one as he comes towards the foul line and left, stops, settles under it, and finally the ball lands in his glove. Major league pop-up right there from Randy Roth, and there are 2 away in the bottom of the 6th. Here's Van Slyke. Van Slyke 0 for 2, grounded out and struck out. A wide open stance for the University of Kansas product, who bats from the left side. Swinging first pitch, as he will often do, and he fouls it backing out of play to the left. Van Slyke, a 23rd rounder in 2005, out of Kansas. Ready for the 0-1 from Mendoza. He pulls a curveball right side on the ground, bounces it to Trumbo, who will field and flip to the pitcher Mendoza covering. That will end the 6th inning. That's the 3rd consecutive 1-2-3 frame for Mendoza. Really has rebounded after allowing those 3 third-inning runs. The Swing will have to break through. They trail by 1. We head to the 7th inning on WKBF AM 1270, your home for Swing Baseball.
It's all about turning left.
The most stimulating talk radio.
Progressive Talk, AM 1270.
AM 1270.
Brewery, can I help you?
Hi. I just bought a 12-pack of your beer, and I think there's something missing in it. There's no taste in the beer. I mean, the bottles look normal.
There's no taste?
Yeah, it tastes like fizzy water, the beer.
Okay.
So I was hoping maybe somebody in shipping could just hook me up with some flavor, like, I don't know, 12 packets of it, and I'll pay for shipping.
Sir, there's no flavor.
Is there like a flavor barrel or something? Or is there like a flavor distribution center in my neighborhood? I'll pick it up.
No, there's no center, but...
I'll tell you what. I got some Miller Lights here. That'll do the trick. Thank you very much.
Okay.
Have a good day.
If you're going to choose on taste, choose the light beer that actually tastes like beer. Miller Lite. With more taste than Bud Light and half the carbs. Miller. Good call.
For 12 ounces, Miller Lite contains 96 calories, 3.2 grams carbs, 0.9 grams protein, 0 grams fat. Bud Light contains 6.6 grams carbs. Miller Brewing Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Live responsibly.
In the zone. AutoZone. Before you hit the road this Memorial Day, you need to take a trip to AutoZone. At AutoZone, we can test your car's starting and charging system for free. AutoZone also has everything you need to tune up your car, which can save you up to $150 a year in gas. AutoZone has air conditioner recharge kits, fix-a-flat, emergency kits, and more. Great summer travel and gas savings start with a trip to AutoZone. In the zone. AutoZone.
Your rapid score, Quad Cities 3. We're in the top of the 7th. Corey Meacham still in the ball game. Curveball swung on and bounced straight down by Dallas Morris. Meacham looking to go 7 innings for his 2nd straight start. For the 2nd time in his career, and if he can have a quick frame here, who knows? He could even go beyond. The 0-1 from Meacham is fouled off by Morris. The Cardinals were winners yesterday behind Sidney Ponchon, who improved to 4-0, lowered his ERA to 2.92. In his first start back from the disabled list, Ponchon also added a single at the plate. The 0-2 check swing from Morris on the appeal. He did not go. The 1-2 count now. Juan Encarnacion was 2 for 3. Also, Scott Rowland 2 for 4 drove in 2 as the Cardinals downed the Padres 4-3 in San Diego. But it was Ponchon who was the hero with 5 innings to get the win. Another one outside evens up the count at 2-2. In the 9th inning with 2 men on base, it was Yadier Molina helping out the cause, taking off Brian Giles at first base to end the game with 2 aboard to preserve the 16th save of the year for Jason Isringhausen. Molina hitting only 169 at the plate, but as always coming up big defensively. There's a swing and a miss from Dallas Morris at a fastball. 5th strikeout of the game for Corey Meacham. That's a season high for him. In fact, that's a career high. He's never struck out more than 3 in a ball game before. 5 punch-outs here in the 7th inning tonight. Well, down on the farm for the St. Louis Cardinals, Memphis Redbirds. 2 big wins yesterday, squaring to bunt, but pulling back. Albano takes one high. Memphis swept a pair of games in a doubleheader against the Omaha Royals. They're still 14 games under 500, but 2 wins in a day. Can't complain about that, right? Game 1, it was Travis Hansen with 3 hits as Albano fouls one straight down. Hansen had 3 hits. Mike Rose hit his first home run of the year. Memphis won 6-5. In Game 2, another one-run ball game. Home runs by John Nelson and Timo Perez. Nelson's 8th of the year. He's hitting under 200. Those 2 long balls helped Alan Bennett snatch the win. 4-3. Bennett's improved to 3-1. His ERA sits at 4.91. Again, squaring to bunt Albano, and he offered it that one, but didn't make contact. Tried to pull it back at the last moment, but the home plate umpire wasn't buying it. In Springfield, the Cardinals got roughed up a little bit, and that hasn't been happening too much lately, especially with Stuart Pomerantz on the mound. As Meacham misses low and away, 2-2 to Albano. Pomerantz got hammered. Allowed 7 runs on 10 hits in a 7-3 loss to Frisco, the Rough Riders. But Pomerantz, despite that outing, a 6-1 record, a 3.75 ERA. Albano reaching out, trickles one left side of the infield. Meacham can't get to it. Roulette behind him, snags it, and throws across the diamond. Good play defensively by Casey Roulette. 2 away. So Pomerantz picked up the loss in Springfield. Juan Richardson and Iker Franco hit back-to-back home runs in the second inning off of Thomas Diamond, a very big prospect for the Rangers, but unfortunately those were the only 2 hits Diamond would allow all game long, as Springfield only mustered 3 hits all game long. Losing 7-3, Thomas Diamond a 4-1 record, a 3.13 ERA. Brett Martinez comes to the plate and takes a ball. Righty-on-righty matchup. Meacham looking to go 7 strong. He's given up 4 runs, none since the 3rd. And in Palm Beach, the Cardinals pulled out a big, dramatic win with rain looming and Palm Beach trailing by a run in the bottom of the 9th last night. Matt Dreyer stepped up and blasted the game-winning home run, a 2-run shot with Juan Lucena on base to cap the Cardinals' 4-3 comeback win. 4th homer of the year for Dreyer. Terry Evans added 2 hits, raising his average to 306 for the Palm Beach Cardinals, just 2.5 games out of first place in the Florida State League Eastern Division. On the 1-0 pitch, Brett Martinez chopping one down, trickles along the third baseline. Going nowhere but foul. 4-3, Cedar Rapids in front of Quad City here at John O'Donnell Stadium. 2-1 count to Martinez, who's 1 for 2 on the day. Meacham comes home. There's a ground ball hit towards shortstop. Martinez tries the backhand and bobbles it. He'll pick it up. He wanted to throw, but he thought better of it. And that was probably the right decision. That will be an error on the shortstop Martinez, who tried to backhand the ball at shortstop and could not do so. Here's Madison Edwards, the right fielder. As the inning is extended here, it'll be a shame if this causes Corey Meacham any trouble. On the verge of 7 full innings, we'll see if he can get Madison Edwards right here and forget about that error by Martinez. First pitch to Edwards, called strike, outside edge on a fastball. Corey Meacham doesn't throw incredibly hard. He'll hit the low 90s. Very good location, good control pitcher. With a good breaking ball. Swinging at the 0-1, Edwards pops it up back behind home plate and out of play. And it is a no-ball, 2-strike count now. Cedar Rapids 4, Quad Cities 3. We're in the 7th inning, but nobody has scored since the 3rd. At first base, Brett Martinez. At the plate, the number 9 hitter, Madison Edwards. The left-handed bat waits for the 0-2. Meacham tried to pick on that outside corner, and he just missed. Martinez, the native of Redlands, California. Meacham from Beatsville, Alabama. The South against the West Coast right here. See who comes out on top. Meacham will step off the rubber. He didn't like the lead that Martinez was getting over there at first base. Jason Cairns in the swing bullpen. Likely be on for the 8th, or if Meacham gets into any trouble here. But he won't on a 1-2 curveball. Edwards tried to check his swing. He went around. 6 strikeouts is a career high for Corey Meacham in a single outing, and he has rebounded from a rough start to throw extremely well tonight. No runs, no hits, 1 error, 1 left on for Cedar Rapids in the top of the 7th. It's time to stretch from John O'Donnell Stadium on your home for Swing Baseball.
Hi, I'm AJ Van Slyke, and I play first base for the Swing of the Quad Cities. Listen to us play all season long on Progressive Talk, AM 1270.
If something happens to you, will your family be financially secure? Will your income be replaced? What about college? Don't put it off. Turn to your Modern Woodman agent for the trusted personal guidance you need. You'll work together to select the right financial products to protect your family's future.
For more information on Modern Woodman services and career opportunities, call the Tom Hosmanic Agency at 563-386-8600.
Modern Woodman of America. Touching lives, securing futures.
I'm Robert Fiala, and I've had Blue Cross Blue Shield of Illinois for approximately 30 years, around 8 or 9 years now, as a senior citizen with supplementary coverage. I've been very happy with Blue Cross Blue Shield. It's really a pleasure to have an organization like that. With their card, they have a picture of the United States of America on there. When you're covered all over the country, that's the cat's meow. When I had my heart attack, it made me feel comfortable when I was laying in the bed there with the tubes and everything. And I thought back, boy, am I lucky. What a relief to know that I'm taken care of. I feel wonderful now. Thank God for Blue Cross and Blue Shield.
Shining and feeling safe and secure. Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Illinois. Shining through. An independent licensee of the Blue Cross and Blue Shield Association.
7 strong innings for Corey Meacham, and we'll see if the Swing of the Quad Cities offense can get back even in this ball game. It's Simon Williams taking strike 1, and we're underway in the bottom of the 7th. Now Williams looks at one a little bit low, and the count evens up. Williams with 2 strikeouts today and 2 at-bats. As Tommy Mendoza still out there for Cedar Rapids. Now he deals low and misses with ball 2. I've got Mendoza unofficially at 80 pitches through 6 innings, now 83. As we are 3 pitches deep into the bottom of the 7th. Simon Williams, the University of Maine product, bounces one softly right side on 2 hops. Trumbo, the first baseman, will glove, take it to the bag himself. 1 away. Mendoza gave up 3 runs in the 3rd inning. All of them came with 2 outs. Since then, he has set down 11 in order. Trying to break up that stretch will be Chad Gabriel next. He's 1 for 2 on the day. Singleton scored in that 3rd inning, but takes a big hack and comes up empty on the first pitch he sees here in the bottom of the 7th. Gabriel hitting .310 on the year entering play today. Heard from him on the pregame show. Feeling better, feeling in a groove with more playing time. Here's a bouncer towards first base. It eats Trumbo up. He can't get to it. Now he picks it up on the ground and flips to first in time to get Chad Gabriel. Boy, Mendoza covering did his job. He was on the bag waiting for it. Trumbo waited back on 2 hops. He took it off his chest. It trickled between his legs. He couldn't find it. And eventually, and he did, flipped it to Mendoza. Trumbo, not a guy who's on the field for his defensive abilities. Casey Roulette checks his swing on a first pitch fastball and takes inside for ball 1. Mendoza's stretch continues here in the 7th. Roulette hits one off the end of the bat, right side of the infield to Marco Albano. The second baseman won't have to go far to get it, and he will make the short throw over to first base. Another 1-2-3 inning for Tommy Mendoza. He's retired 13 swing hitters in a row. And we'll head to the 8th inning. 4-3 remains the score. Cedar Rapids has been out in front all game long on your home for swing baseball.
Headed up to here with Ditto Heads.
Ditto Heads? Flip it to Progressive Talk, AM 1270.
Flip it to Progressive Talk, AM 1270.
In every field of medicine, there are leaders. In the field of orthopedics, those leaders are the physicians of orthopedic specialists. The physicians at Orthopedic Specialists are able to offer the Quad City community the latest in orthopedic technology, extensive training, and individual centers of excellence, providing patients the opportunity to receive the most recent procedures available. Orthopedic Specialists, leaders in hand, foot, back, neck, and joint surgery in the region. Let them take care of your important orthopedic needs.
The waiting's almost over. This summer, thousands of softball fanatics invade the Quad Cities. It's the 2006 ASA 10 and Under Girls Fast Pitch National Championship, coming to Moline and Rock Island July 31st through August 6th. The economic impact will be huge, filling hundreds of hotel rooms each night, along with dining, entertainment, and shopping. Lace up the cleats, Quad Cities. Get ready for some fever pitch softball action. The ASA 10 and Under Girls Fast Pitch National Championship, July 31st through August 6th. For more information, call 309-736-5714 or visit MolineASA.com.
Have you ever thought about having your wedding and reception at John O'Donnell Stadium? Take advantage of John O'Donnell Stadium's banquet capabilities to get involved in one of the most unique opportunities in the Quad Cities. If you're a baseball fan, combine the sport with one of your life's biggest moments. If not, the stadium also contains a suite banquet area perfect for your special day. Make your wedding even more memorable. For more information, call the swing offices at 324-3000.
Day is done, and on comes Danny Bourne, the left-hander out of the swing of the Quad Cities bullpen. Bourne, no record, but a stingy 0.63 ERA on the year in 16 appearances. He's gone 14 and a third, 16 strikeouts, 7 walks. He's allowed only 1 earned run all season long. Danny Bourne hasn't pitched in 5 days. May 23rd was the last ball game that he came on for. And that was on Tuesday. Back out here today. Looking to continue his impressive start to this season in relief of Corey Meacham here in the top of the 8th. Cedar Rapids nursing a 4-3 lead. The score has remained the same since the third. First pitch, breaking ball. Kindly Stacia squares to Bun, pulls back, but takes a strike. Now Bourne's coming in to pitch to the top of the order. He'll turn Stacia, the switch hitter, around to bat right-handed. And then Brad Kuhn, the lefty, coming up next. They have been effective, both of them, at the top of the Kernels order today, the 1-2 hitters. And another curveball. This one misses just low. The count evens up at a ball and a strike. Stacia 2 for 3 on the day with a double and a run scored. Chops one foul left side. That'll bounce right around the swing dugout. Randy Roth will come out of the dugout. He'll make man for life. Flip that one into the seats. Swing trailed by a run. They put 3 on the board in the third, and that's it. Stacia waits for the 1-2. He pops it up right side, shallow right, and Van Slyke going out, twisting and turning around, and now falling back towards his left. Takes the catch in shallow right field. Good play by Van Slyke. And a ball that jammed Stacia, he just flipped out a little blooper towards shallow right. Van Slyke didn't know where it was going. Rather, he knew where it was going. He just, the best angle to take to get there on the ball that's hit directly over your head. It's really hard to run completely backwards with your back towards the plate and watch the ball that's coming right over your head. Van Slyke turned around a little bit. He made the catch. He got it done. Here's Brad Kuhn, who takes up and in for ball 1. Not a sharp curveball from Bourne there. The third baseman, Roulette, in on the grass. The last time Kuhn was at the plate, Roulette started a sparkling 5-4-3 double play. Curveball from Bourne. That ball breaks right in. 1-1 the count. Corey Meacham goes 7 innings today. Does allow 4 runs, all earned. But boy, that kind of dampers his line. He only allowed 1 hit over his last 4 innings of work. Kuhn squares the bunt, pops it up right side. Henry Guerrero running that way. Can't make the catch as he falls to the dirt. On a dead sprint, Guerrero saw the ball just pop out of his glove. Would have been a spectacular catch had it been made. Guerrero trekking that way, just couldn't get to it. So Meacham, 4 runs on 6 hits in 7 innings, a career high 6 strikeouts, 1 walk. Now Danny Bourne retired the first batter he faced in the top of the 8th. He's got a 1-2 count on Brad Kuhn. Lefty on lefty matchup. Bourne kicks, comes home, curveball. Kuhn fights it off, pops it up, right side out of play. Kuhn 1 for 2 on the day, singled and scored in the 3rd. Laid down a sacrifice his first time up and grounded into a double play in the 5th. Danny Bourne, drafted out of the University of Louisiana Monroe. High heat, swinging and missing from Kuhn. Boy, Bourne's heat doesn't come in fast. It was good enough right there. He's got a great curveball that he throws off of and very good at locating the ball. Strikes out Brad Kuhn there. Bourne, rather, was not drafted out of Louisiana Monroe. He was signed after the draft as a undrafted free agent in July of 2005. Also played collegiately at Middle Tennessee State University. Mark Trumbo, 1 for 2 with a home run and 3 RBIs. Swinging first pitch, pops it up behind him. Foul and out of play. Quad Cities trails by a run in the top of the 8th. Danny Bourne on the mound in relief of Corey Meacham. Try to make sure the deficit stays at 1. He paints the outside corner with what looks like a change up there. Tommy Mendoza has been tough for Cedar Rapids. He's retired the last 13 batters he's faced, but his day might very well be done as double barrel action in the Kernels bullpen. Trumbo sprays another one foul. Right side and out of play. Only 88 pitches by my count thrown by Mendoza. 7 innings for the 18-year-old. Trumbo bounces another foul ball, this one along the third baseline. Mendoza has gone 7 innings already twice this year, this being the 3rd time, but he has yet to go beyond that point in a game. Only 18 years old, certainly the Angels don't want to wear his arm out. The 0-2 curveball from Bourne, swung on and missed by Mark Trumbo. A 1-2-3 frame for the reliable left-hander Danny Bourne. He strikes out 2, and we'll head to the bottom of the 8th. The Swing trail by 1, and they've only got 6 outs left to work with. They'll try to do something about that score on your home for Swing Baseball.
I'm Trey Herman. I'm a pitcher for the Swing of the Quad Cities. Listen to us play all season long on Progressive Talk AM 1270.
Hi, I'm Papa John, and when I say better ingredients, better pizza, I'm not talking about a little better. I'm talking about a lot better. Let's talk about our pizza sauce. It's made from fresh, fine-ripened tomatoes, not from concentrate. And when it comes to ingredients, we select from the world's best. Better ingredients, better pizza, Papa John's. A lot better.
Call your neighborhood Papa John's today and ask for the Home Run Special, a large, thin, or original crust pizza with up to 3 toppings for $10.99. Just $10.99.
Keely was my baby sister. She loved Tink. We were playing with her dolls. I found a gun in the drawer. It went off. I made Keely go away. I hate me.
An unlocked gun could be the death of your family. Please, lock up your gun. A message from the Ad Council and the National Crime Prevention Council. Visit unloadandlock.com.
My brother Omar was 8 years old when he died. He had a hole in his tummy. A bullet hit him. The gun came from the garage. I was just playing. I didn't mean to shoot Daddy's gun. Didn't mean to shoot Daddy's gun.
An unlocked gun could be the death of your family. Please, lock up your gun. A message from the Ad Council and the National Crime Prevention Council. Visit unloadandlock.com.
Henry Guerrero, the 9th hitter in the Swing of the Quad Cities lineup. Well, lead off the bottom of the 8th. Mendoza still in the ball game. Guerrero takes ball 1 low, and now he'll take ball 2. I have a sneaky suspicion that Mendoza, while out to begin the bottom of the 8th inning, if anybody gets aboard, he will be done. 2 men up in the Cedar Rapids bullpen. And Mendoza, the right-hander, into the line, comes home with a 2-0. Guerrero rips that down the left field line. Did he keep it fair? He did. That ball bounces inside the line, heads into the corner. Guerrero heads into second base. That's the leadoff double. And the swing has the potential tying run in scoring position with nobody out in the bottom of the eighth. And we'll see if that brings Bobby Magallanes out of the bullpen, out of the dugout, rather, pointing towards the bullpen. And he flashes the sign to the catcher Martinez to go out and keep the pitcher on the mound busy. But I think that's going to be a pinch runner coming on for the swing of the Quad Cities, Luis Cotto. And here's a little bit of history. Luis Cotto enters this ball game. This will be his 400th career game play. Luis Cotto has been around a little bit longer than most guys at this level, playing in his 400th career game, and here comes Bobby Magallanes. That will be it for Tommy Mendoza, who really did pitch well today, but he is done. To the Kernels bullpen we go. Swing trailing by run one, but threatening. In the bottom of the eighth, we'll take a quick timeout on your home for Swing Baseball.
Excuse me, could I talk to you about kids on drugs?
Not my problem.
Are you worried about kids killing kids? Out of my hand. Kids in despair?
Don't want to hear about it. You're listening to the most alarming problem facing our kids today.
Too busy.
It's not what's happening to our kids. It's what's happening to our adults. Too many of us have given up on our kids. We've surrendered to the belief that nothing can be done. Let the schools handle it. I'm General Colin Powell, and I don't believe in surrender. That's why I'm asking you to join with me and thousands of Americans in making a promise to those kids. We won't give up. Although most of our kids are fine, we need your help with the million debt risk. Become a part of America's promise and help our kids develop the character and competence they need. We can make them kids of promise.
Hey, I'm not a parent.
We're all parents, whether they're our kids or not. And we can all make a difference that we can feel good about. Log on to americaspromise.org and find out how you can help in your hometown. Or call 1-888-55-YOUTH. Pull your weight. Our kids are counting on you.
For Tommy Mendoza, who goes 7+ innings and throws 6 1-2-3 innings. But he allows a double to Guerrero here to open up the eighth, and he is pulled for Tim DeJurgis. DeJurgis comes into the ball game with no wins, 2 losses, a 3.46 ERA in 14 appearances. He's thrown 26 innings, struck out 26, but also walked 14. That is Tim DeJurgis. Not the first time the Swing have faced him this year. The first time they did face him this year, he went 2 innings, allowed only 1 hit, 1 walk, struck out 2, no runs. So the Swing will try to get to DeJurgis here today. And here's Daniel Nelson with a man at second base. Quad Cities trailing 4-3. They've been losing since the top of the first inning in this ball game. They were down 4-0 at one point. They've pulled to within 1. Guerrero is at second base with nobody out in the bottom of the eighth. We'll see if Nelson's bunting. Switch hitter bats from the left side. DeJurgis spins off the mound towards second. He wanted to see if Nelson would tip his hat. Tip his hand, rather. And the first baseman Trumbo now coming over. Say something to DeJurgis. And he will send the signs out to the rest of the middle infielders. 4-3, Cedar Rapids leading Quad Cities. We're in the bottom of the eighth. Daniel Nelson with a man in scoring position. DeJurgis peers in, the right-hander. Sets, looks back towards Cotto, the bench runner. Comes home, Nelson squares to bunt. He pulls it down the first baseline. It's a good one. DeJurgis will have to hurry his throw to first. Gets Nelson by a step. But moving to third is Cotto. The leadoff hitter, Nelson, does his job. The putout goes 1-2-3 on the sacrifice. So now here's Martinez. All he needs is a fly ball right here. Pinch runner, Luis Cotto, playing his 400th career game. Jose Martinez batting with the infield in, and 1 out in the bottom of the 8th inning. Martinez 0 for 2, but he did score a run in the third after being hit by a pitch. Takes a breaking ball and a good one over the plate for strike one. Rasmus and Roth waiting in the on-deck circle. They want to bring their sticks up to the plate in this inning. The potential game-tying run at third in the person of Luis Cotto. The 0-1 pitch from DeJurgis to Martinez, low and away. The fastball evens up the count at a ball and a strike. DeJurgis, the product of Regis University in Denver. Martinez, the 20-year-old Venezuelan. The 1-1 from DeJurgis. Martinez jacks his swing, but takes a strike called on a fastball over the outside edge. Big crowd on hand, looking for some on-field fireworks before the post-game fireworks get going. Drawn in infield for Cedar Rapids. Martinez hits from the right side, waits for the 1-2, swinging, bouncing ball up the middle. The runner will hold as Stacia fields. Cotto stays at third. Stacia throws to first, and there are two away. A big second out for the Kernels and Tim DeJurgis. And it'll be up to Colby Rasmus. And we will see another pitching change. Looks like Bobby Magallanes wants to go to the left-hander. And it will be Brad Beck entering the game for the Kernels. So DeJurgis gets his job done. Retires two, but with 2 outs and a man at third, it will be Brad Beck. We'll take another 60-second timeout on your home for Swing Baseball.
Okay, my folks just broke up, you know. Divorce. Some of you have been there. Actually, probably a lot of you. And sometimes I really wanted to talk about it. Other times, I didn't. Then I heard about this place on the internet, TeenCentral.net. This really cool website. A place you can go to get help dealing with life. I didn't have to talk, and I found out that lots of teens have been through the same thing. I read about how different teens have dealt with it. You know, teens like me. There are stories about celebrities, too. Athletes, musicians, actors. They've had to deal with life, things that I deal with every day. There's even a place where I can tell my own story and help somebody else out. And it's totally anonymous. Hey, it's by teens and for teens, so go there. You'll get help. See, the worst thing you can do about a problem is nothing. TeenCentral.net. Log on, work it out. Created by Kids Peace and teens like you.
Game-tying run. Luis Cotto, 90 feet away. Into the game, Brad Beck. The swing trailed by 1 run. It's 4-3. Beck with no record, no ERA. He's only played 1 game this year for Cedar Rapids. He did allow 2 hits in 1 innings of work, but nobody came home to score. The left-hander Beck, from Arlington, Virginia, attended Montgomery County College in Maryland. With blonde locks hanging down from his black hat, he'll peer in to the lefty at the plate, Colby Rasmus. Rasmus 1 for 3 on the day. Colby came up with a big 2-out, 2-run single in the third inning. It'll take another 2-out knock here in the bottom of the 8th. The first pitch he sees is a hook, blowing away, ball 1. Rasmus, the 28th overall pick in the 2005 draft, with 2 outs in the bottom of the 8th, and Luis Cotto at third. Lefty on lefty. Beck and Rasmus. Beck kicks, comes home. Rasmus checks his swing at another curveball and watches it sail low and away. That's ball 2. Rasmus has a hitter's count now. And he'll look for something to rip. Native of Phoenix City, Alabama, waits in the batter's box. The 2-0 from Beck, taken for a called strike. Another curveball. It's been nothing but curveballs for Beck, from Beck to Rasmus in this at-bat. Luis Cotto at third base, the pinch runner. Swing trailing 4-3 in the bottom of the 8th with 2 outs. The 2-1 swung on and missed. Beck went to a change-up there, and he pulled Rasmus with it. Rasmus well out in front. Back has come to Colby with 3 curveballs and then a changeup. Another curveball, perhaps. Can he come with the fastball here? Rasmus will have to guess and figure it out. He waits for the 2-2. It is a curveball. Check swing, low and away. The ball bounces in the dirt, so Martinez will pick it up and throw down to first, but he does do that. Beck strikes out Rasmus to end the bottom of the 8th inning. The swing can convert on a leadoff double. And we will head to the final frame of this ball game. Cedar Rapids 4, Quad Cities 3 on your home for swing baseball.
All systems go. Prepare for countdown.
The new Progressive Talk, AM 1270.
3, 2, 1.
WKBF Rock Island.
Blast off to adventure.
When you hear that music, you know it's John Keating's Giant Big Top Buy-A-Thon. But this year's Big Top is bigger. Bigger discounts up to $12,000. 400 new and used, plus a great selection of certified cars and trucks priced to sell. Plus our biggest discounts ever on new Cadillacs, Pontiacs, Buicks, and GMC trucks, including 06 Yukon XLs and the all-new Cadillac STS discounted $12,000. Or 0% financing for 72 months on Yukons. There's 90 Pontiacs, including 50 fuel-friendly Vibes, 80 Cadillacs and Buicks, 40 Lucernes and LaCrosses in stock now. And listen to this, 150 new GMC trucks and vans. John Keating's GM Superstore is overstocked. So don't miss out on this great money-saving sales event. Plus, we're giving top dollar for your trade. Now through Monday, Memorial Day till 5 p.m. It's the Giant Big Top Buy-A-Thon at John Keating's GM Superstore. I-74 at Timberley Road, Davenport, or shop online at johnkeating.com.
Quad City Radio Group Community Calendar. Renowned musician and composer Michael Burkhart will present a concert at 4 p.m. Sunday, June 4th on the new Cassavant organ at St. Mark Evangelical Lutheran Church, 2663 West 3rd Street. Admission is free. Community Calendar is a service of the Quad City Radio Group. Quad City Radio Group Community Calendar. The Kids Place at Temple Christian School is offering a summer day camp June 12th through August 4th at Temple Christian Summer Camp in Moline. For more information, call 764-1302. Community Calendar is a service of the Quad City Radio Group.
Top of the 9th for the swing of the Quad Cities, a 1-1 record of .434 ERA in 16 games, 18 and 2/3 innings. He struck out 12, walked 8, allowed 9 runs on 20 hits. Jason Cairns, the 8th-round pick out of Central Michigan from Traverse City, Michigan. His first pitch is check swung by Renz, but on the appeal they say he did go, and that's strike 1. Cedar Rapids led 4-0. The swing put 3 on the board in the bottom of the 3rd to pull within 4-3. And 5 consecutive scoreless innings for both teams since. Pitch swing and a miss for Renz on a breaking ball. An 0-2 count. Jason Cairns looking forward to the upcoming road trip as he'll head back to his native Michigan for part of it. Swing and a miss from Renz at a ball in the dirt. Guerrero will have to pick it up, throw it on to first, but he does just that. Strikeout to open up the 9th for Cairns. The swing will head to Beloit tomorrow. Special 4 o'clock time on Memorial Day, so join us for that on WKBF AM 1270. The pregame show, of course, comes your way. 3:45 in the afternoon. A little bit of evening baseball. Squaring to bunt rather, is Tyler Johnson. He pulls back and takes ball 1. Johnson singled and scored in the 2nd, has struck out twice since. The windup, Cairns misses low, ball 2. So the swing will be in Beloit for 4 games starting tomorrow. Then they'll head to Grand Rapids to take on the West Michigan Whitecaps, who have proved to be one of the better teams in the Midwest League this season. 10 games over 500. The Snappers, who the swing will see tomorrow, have been just straddling that 500 mark, entering play today at 23 and 24. 3-0 pitch from Cairns, and he's got Johnson swinging at it. Jammed him on the hands. It's all Johnson can do to fight off a soft bouncer towards shortstop. Martinez charging in, throws to first, 2 away. Cairns catches a break there as Johnson offers at a 3-0 pitch that was not over the strike zone. Ryan Anderson into the ball game. Defensively for the swing. And hitting in the 9-hole, Luis Cotto came on as the pinch runner. Luis Cotto came on as a pinch runner, his 400th career game, as Cairns misses a low and away with his first pitch. His 400th career game consists of a pinch running opportunity in which he advances from second to third, but is stranded 90 feet away. As the potential game-tying run, Anderson, now out there defensively, takes ball 2 from Jason Cairns. Cairns into the line. Comes home, popped up by Morris, out of play to the right side. Now Anderson, who has been fantastic lately, both with the bat and behind the plate defensively, was at the plate last night when Brett Martinez barreled into him. Put a little bit of a bruise in that left arm. Bouncing ball left side. Casey Roulette stumbles to the ground as he picks it up. Now he'll get up, throw to first. Not in time. Roulette hustling to get to that ball. Fell as he gloved it. By the time he got up, it was too late. And that will be ruled a single. I think that's the right call. So Dallas Morris 1 for 4 on the day, and here's Albano, the second baseman. 4-3, Cedar Rapids leading in the top of the 9th. In the bottom half of the swing, we'll have Rolfe, Van Slyke, and Williams to try to tie the game or maybe even win it. But perhaps that's getting a little bit ahead of ourselves. The 2-out offering from Cairns is the first pitch strike to Albano. Here in the top of the 9th, at first base is Morris. Albano 0 for 3 on the day. Jorge Meacham induced 3 groundouts from the Kernels second baseman. Cedar Rapids trying to leave Davenport with a series split. Albano line drive softly toward the shortstop Martinez. He'll take it on a hop. Throw the short way to Daniel Nelson, covering at second base. And that will end the top of the 9th. To the bottom of the inning we go. Swing trailing 4-3. We'll try to close that gap right here on your home for Swing Baseball.
Hi, I'm Randy Roth, and I play third base for the Swinger Quad Cities. Listen to us play all season long on Progressive Talk AM 1270.
In every field of medicine, there are leaders. In the field of orthopedics, those leaders are the physicians of orthopedic specialists. The physicians at Orthopedic Specialists are able to offer the Quad City community the latest in orthopedic technology, extensive training, and individual centers of excellence, providing patients the opportunity to receive the most recent procedures available. Orthopedic Specialists, leaders at hand, foot, back, neck, and joint surgery in the region. Let them take care of your important orthopedic needs.
If I keep on the fairway, I might make par. If I keep from slicing, I might stay out of the sand trap.
If I keep sneezing, I'll never make it through 18 holes. Ugh.
Seasonal allergies can make you feel miserable. Only once daily Allegra 180 milligram tablets have fexofenadine for long-lasting non-drowsy allergy relief, so you can feel more like yourself again. Side effects are low and may include headache, upper respiratory tract infection, and back pain. Call your doctor today about a prescription for once daily Allegra for patients 12 and older. For more information, see our ad in Health Magazine. Call 1-800-ALLEGRA or log on to Allegra.com.
Yeah! Hey, sorry guys, I'm just hot today.
Allegra. Enjoy your world.
To the bottom of the 9th we go. Swing trailing 4-3. Ryan Aldridge, the Kernels closer, enters this game with a 1-2 record, a 4.5 ERA, 8 saves in 10 chances. In 22 innings, 35 strikeouts against only 8 walks for Aldridge, who is facing the swing for already the 4th time this season, rather. In 3 games previously against Quad Cities, Aldridge, no wins or losses, 2 saves. He does have an 8.10 ERA in 3 1/3 innings. He's given up 3 runs on 4 hits while spanning 4 walking, none against Quad Cities. But the story of Aldridge's season against the swing this year has been he's given up runs in non-ninth inning or non-save situations, but went on in the ninth looking for a save. He really has done the job, but the swing will try to put an end to that right here. Here's Randy Roth to open up the bottom of the ninth inning. 1 for 3 on the day, an RBI single in the third. That was a 3-run third inning, the only inning in which the swing has scored. Curveball to start out Roth, and it's outside for ball one. Didn't miss by much, but Roth will take that call. Quad Cities trails by a run. Randy Roth with 11 home runs. Nobody in the Midwest League has hit more than that. Now he takes a fastball outside ball 2. Aldridge checking in with in the mid-90s with his heater. Roth looks towards Keith Mitchell for the signs. I think he gave him the swing away sign. The 2-ball, no strike pitch to Roth. He does swing away, and there's a looping line drive into right field. That'll touch down for a base hit in front of Madison Edwards. Leadoff single for Roth. He's 2 for 4, going the other way with it. Inside outing that pitch, and here's Van Slyke. Already 2 men used off the bench by Keith Mitchell. Only Adam Rogers remains on the bench, and he's not particularly a guy that you would bring in to pinch run. So Roth at first base, the potential game-tying run. Here's A.J. Van Slyke, as Dallas Morris, the third baseman, will send the signals to the rest of the infield as he creeps in towards the grass. Van Slyke 0 for 3 with a strikeout today. That means he's due, right? Roth leads at first. He's going on the first pitch. A swing and a miss by Van Slyke. The throw on to second. They've got him. Randy Roth never made it to the bag. Tagged out by Heinle Stacia. Thrown out by Brett Martinez. And boy, that puts a damper on this bottom of the ninth inning rally. Van Slyke swung and missed. And on the hit and run, Randy Roth was hung out to dry. The 0-1, Van Slyke lines it straight back into the netting behind home plate. No ball, 2-strike count. Randy Roth caught stealing for only the third time this year. He has successfully stolen 8 bases. Now a no ball, 2-strike count to Van Slyke. And he lines one into right field. That's going to be a base hit. So back-to-back singles to open up the bottom of the ninth, but the caught stealing looms ever so large. As Van Slyke at first with only 1 away. Here's Simon Williams. Williams 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts. Well, Van Slyke was due. He came through with a base hit. Williams 0 for 3 is due also. Let's see if he can follow suit. Simon Williams, 2 hits and 12 at-bats on the season since joining the swing, but the story of his season so far has been a low batting average, but good power numbers. Williams bats from the right side. The first pitch he sees from Aldridge is low and away. That gets by the catcher Martinez. Van Slyke heading to second, takes a wide turn, but stops there. The wild pitch from Aldridge puts the potential game-tying run in scoring position. In 26 games with Palm Beach at the start of the season, Simon Williams was hitting only 154, but in those 26 games, he left the yard with 5 home runs, including a 2-home run game back on May 18th, 10 days ago. Williams in a big spot right here. He can tie this ball game up with a base hit. He can win it with a long ball. Williams in his second year with the swing of the Quad Cities. Aldridge comes home with a 1-0 outside. And that's ball 2. All of a sudden, Simon Williams in a hitter's count should get something good to offer at here. Well, the crowd's excited. A big crowd on hand tonight on Scott County Family YMCA Day. The 2-0 is again outside. That's ball 3. Perhaps with first base open, Aldridge feels a little bit too comfortable here. Chad Gabriel on deck. In scoring position is A.J. Van Slyke. Williams takes a fastball over the outside edge. That one, 97 miles per hour from Ryan Aldridge. Bottom of the ninth inning. Swing trail by a run. The 3-ball, 1-strike count from Aldridge to Williams. Swings and misses. that a fastball? But Aldridge took a few miles per hour off of it. Cedar Rapids leads 4-3 in the bottom of the 9th inning. A.J. Van Slyke takes his lead off of second base. The payoff pitch to Williams. Outside, ball 4. Williams flinched. He thought about swinging, but he held back and took a pitch that was just off the place outside for ball 4, and that'll bring the pitching coach, Kernan Ronan, out to the mound. Swing trailing by a run. They have both the potential game-tying and game-winning runs on the bases. But on the other side of the coin, a ground ball from Gabriel could turn into a game-ending double play. Chad Gabriel 1 for 3 with a run scored and a stolen base, all in that 3rd inning. Last night, Gabriel hit his first home run of the season with a 2 for 3 game. And here he is with a chance to play hero offensively again. Gabriel, 4 hits and 9 at-bats this series. He'll look to make it 5 in 10. With men at first and second, low and away, he takes ball 1. And Martinez did a good job of keeping that ball from heading to the backstop. It's Simon Williams at first base. He has good speed on a potential extra base hit. Van Slyke at second. Gabriel takes a fastball over the outside edge. Ball and a strike. Bryan Aldridge is hittable. A 4.50 ERA this year, although he does have 8 saves. Gabriel pops it up center field, not deep. Coon should have an easy play on it, calls for it, readjusts where he is standing, and he makes the catch. And the Swing are down to their last out of the ball game, and it will be up to Casey Roulette. Roulette 0 for 3 with a strikeout. None of that will matter if he can come up with a big hit right here. Bottom of the 9th inning, 2 outs. Swing trailing by a run. Williams at first, Van Slyke at second. The Arkansas product, Casey Roulette, in the batter's box. The right-handed hitter is hacking first pitch, and he pops it back, foul and out of play. Bryan Aldridge from Middle Georgia College, 17th round pick in 2004. The guy straight throws gas. Casey Roulette was a 32nd round pick in 2005. A native of Jones, Oklahoma, a former Arkansas Razorback. 2 men on for Casey Roulette. Swing trail by a run in the bottom of the 9th. Aldridge kicks, comes home. The 0-1 liner right back up the middle, caught by Aldridge. Roulette broke his bat on a line drive right back towards the mound. Aldridge makes the catch, and that is how this ball game will end. The Swing try to rally in the 9th, but come up just short as Aldridge throws an inning and picks up his 9th save of the year. Finals for the Kernels. 4 runs on 7 hits and an error. Cedar Rapids strands 3 on the bases. The Swing scored 3 times, all in the 3rd inning. They put up 6 hits and commit 1 error. Quad City strands 5 on the bases, including 2 in the bottom of the 9th inning. The winning pitcher is Tommy Mendoza, and he was sharp on the mound for the Kernels. The 18-year-old improves to 2-5 on the season. The losing pitcher was Corey Meacham, despite the fact that he did not pitch poorly. A rough start to the outing by Meacham, but he rebounded to end up pitching very well. Still, he drops to 3-3. Again, picking up the save in the 9th inning is Ryan Aldridge. He earns his 9th save in 11 chances this season. Kernels 4, Swing 3. We'll go over some of the highlights and wrap it up on your post-game show after this break on your home for Swing Baseball.
Ever wondered if there's another way of looking at things? Ever wondered? We have too. Progressive Talk, AM 1270.
AM 1270.
The Peoria Charter Coach Company is an official sponsor of Swing Radio broadcasts. With Peoria Charter, you'll get the best comfort and service in the entire Midwest. The Peoria Charter Coach Company is proud to be the official bus service of the Swing of the Quad Cities, the Peoria Chiefs, and the Clinton Lumber Kings. For the best service, call the Peoria Charter Coach Company at 1-800-448-0572. The Peoria Charter Coach Company. They're only pleased when they're pleasing you.
Hey, have you got a minute? I'm going to say a word. You tell me what comes to mind. Are you ready?
Okay.
Tchaikovsky.
Gesundheit. Okay, what's the word?
No, see, that is the word. What does Tchaikovsky make you think of?
I don't know. Allergy season?
Hey there, how you doing?
What's up?
Who's Martha Graham?
She invented the graham cracker.
No kidding.
Yeah, before her there was only soda crackers.
Hard to imagine. Hey, young lady.
Yeah?
Does the name Man Ray mean anything to you?
Duh. The man ray is a kind of poisonous jellyfish, and it lives in the Gulf of Mexico.
Aha.
It's very deadly.
Are your kids as well-rounded as they could be? Kids who participate in the arts do better in school and in life. To learn more about the value of arts education, visit AmericansForTheArts.org, because all kids should get to appreciate Tchaikovsky's music, Martha Graham's dance, and Man Ray's photography. Art. Ask for more. A public service message brought to you by Americans for the Arts and the Ad Council.
As the fireworks here at John O'Donnell Stadium blare in the background, let's take a look back at the game that was. The Swing of the Quad Cities falling by a score of 4-3. So they do split this series with the Cedar Rapids Kernels. Quad Cities falling to 20-27 on the year, and it started early. A leadoff double in the first inning. The very first batter of the game, Heinle Stacia, would come around to score after being bunted to third and brought home from third on a sacrifice fly. In the second inning, a single by Tyler Johnson got it started, and he would come around to score on a single later by Brett Martinez. So with the 2-0 lead, the Kernels look to add to that in the third inning with one out and a man on for Mark Trumbo. He bats from the right side. He waits for the 1-2. Now Kuhn goes in. Trumbo makes contact, hits that one a long way to left field. Williams tracking back at it. And when Trumbo does connect, it usually goes a long way. That's a 2-run bomb to left field that clears the fence. And Cedar Rapids has a 4-0 lead in the third. But down 4 runs, the Swing certainly did not give up. Chad Gabriel led off the bottom of the third with a single, and 2 outs later, he was at second base. Daniel Nelson walked. Jose Martinez was hit by a pitch, and all of a sudden, the bases were loaded with 2 away. Colby Rasmus at the plate waved at a couple of fastballs from the Kernels' flame-throwing 18-year-old Tommy Mendoza, but came up big with a 2-strike count and the bases juiced. Rasmus, the 28th overall pick in the 2005 draft, batting with the bases loaded and 2 outs. The 1-2 pitch. There's the line drive back up the middle. Brad Kuhn charging in hard from center. Won't get to it. Scoring from third. Gabriel Nelson being waved around to third of the plate. Not in time. And the Swing of the Quad Cities have cut the lead in half. Rasmus drives in 2 on the single, and it's 4-2 now, Cedar Rapids. One batter later, Randy Roth drove a single that knocked home another run, and Quad Cities with 3 runs in the third pulled to within 4-3. Fast forward to the 5th inning, the Swing flashing a little bit of leather. Stacia and Kuhn, the 1-2 hitters in the Kernels' order, were on base and running all season long against everybody they play. And with Stacia at first, the Swing defense came up big. He's got Stacia at first base with 1 out in the top of the 5th. The Kernels nursing a 1-run lead. Meacham kicks, comes home. There goes Stacia. Ball punched towards third base. Roulette's going to try to go to second anyway. The relay to first. That's a double play and a fantastic one at that. Roulette to Nelson to Van Slyke, and that swing killing will bring the top of the 5th to a close. Unfortunately, the Swing bats were drained by then. Tommy Mendoza was very sharp on the hill for Cedar Rapids. He threw 7 innings tonight, and 6 of them were 1-2-3 frames. Ryan Aldridge came on in the 9th inning to pick up the save for Cedar Rapids. And again, their final, Kernels 4, Quad Cities 3. That is the story from John O'Donnell Stadium. After this break, we'll take a look around the Midwest League on your home for Swing Baseball.
There are 2 sides to every story.
We have the other one.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage
Progressive Talk.
Progressive Talk.
AM 1270.
When you hear that music, you know it's John Keating's Giant Big Top Buy-A-Thon. But this year's Big Top is bigger. Bigger discounts up to $12,000. 400 new and used, plus a great selection of certified cars and trucks priced to sell. Plus our biggest discounts ever on new Cadillacs, Pontiacs, Buicks, and GMC trucks, including 06 Yukon XLs and the all-new Cadillac STS discounted $12,000. Or 0% financing for 72 months on Yukons. There's 90 Pontiacs, including 50 fuel-friendly Vibes, 80 Cadillacs and Buicks, 40 Lucernes and LaCrosses in stock now. And listen to this, 150 new GMC trucks and vans. John Keating's GM Superstore is overstocked. So don't miss out on this great money-saving sales event. Plus, we're giving top dollar for your trade. Now through Monday Memorial Day till 5 p.m. It's the Giant Big Top Buy-A-Thon at John Keating's GM Superstore. I-74 at Timberley Road, Davenport, or shop online at johnkeating.com.
Around the Midwest League tonight, it was the Silverhawks over the Dragons 4-3 in South Bend, Indiana. Jay Bruce, home run number 10 for Dayton. In Fort Wayne, the Lugnuts shutting out the Wizards. The Lugnuts have just been taking care of business against Fort Wayne lately. Russ Stavickett gets the win. The Beloit Snappers win 7-2 over Burlington. That means Beloit, behind home runs from Edward Ovalle and Paul Kelly, will be at an even 500 when the Swing come calling tomorrow night. In Clinton, it was the Chiefs hammering the Lumber Kings 7-1. And in Battle Creek, 12-6, the Whitecaps over the Southwest Michigan Devil Rays. In Kane County, the Cougars have the Midwest League's best record, and they are showing the Wisconsin Timber Rattlers why. Jose Pineda, Casey Craig have each homered in that ball game. The Cougars with a 19-5 lead in the 7th inning. In the majors, everything's already done in the National League. The Washington Nationals 10-4 win over the Dodgers behind 2 home runs from Nick Johnson at home. The Mets go into Miami, and 1 home run from Carlos Beltran gives New York the 7-3 win. Cincinnati puts 2 on the board in the 8th, 2 on the board in the 9th, and Valentin's walk-off home run brings them to win over the Arizona Diamondbacks. The Phillies 6-2 over the Brewers in Philadelphia, and in 10 innings, the Astros rally to beat the Pirates. They were down 4-0 heading into the 9th, scored 4 to force extras, and won it in the 10th. The Braves over the Cubs in a slugfest at Wrigley that went 11 innings. Home runs in that ball game from Andrew Jones, Marcus Giles, Ryan Langerhans, Brad Pena, and 2 each from Edgar Renteria and Adam LaRoche. That's 8 if you're keeping track at home. That's a club record for Atlanta as they down the Cubs by 1 in 11 innings. Your St. Louis Cardinals came up just short. They scored 1 in the 9th, but fell by a score of 10-8 as Mark Bellhorn hits the longest home run in Petco Park history for the Padres. Scott Rowland, Juan Encarnacion, and Albert Pujols all homer for the Redbirds in the 10-8 loss. And in San Francisco, the news of the night will be Barry Bonds hitting home run number 7 of the season, number 715 of his career. He passes Babe Ruth. He is now in sole possession of the number 2 spot for home runs in a career in Major League Baseball, despite the loss to Colorado by a score of 6-3. In the American League, they're done in Anaheim, where the Orioles beat the Angels 7-6. Twins win 4-3 over the Mariners in 10 innings in Minnesota. At Fenway Park, the Red Sox 5-4 over the Devil Rays. The Devil Rays trailed 5-0 heading into the 9th, rallied for 4, but came up just 1 run short. The White Sox go into Toronto and win 7-5. They'll avoid the sweep at the hands of the Blue Jays. Yankees 6-5 winners over the Royals, hanging on in that ball game. Johnny Damon home run number 6. And the Indians at Comerica Park in Detroit hammer the Tigers 9-0. Travis Hafner home run number 14. The only game still going on in the majors tonight is in Texas, where the Rangers hold a 4-3 lead over the Oakland A's in the top of the 8th inning from the ballpark in Arlington. That is your night in baseball. One final break on your postgame show, and I'll wrap things up from John O'Donnell Stadium after this on your home for Swing Baseball.
It's not only heads or only tails.
It's heads or tails.
Hear the other side here on Progressive Talk.
That's simple. I like it.
Progressive Talk.
AM 1270.
Hi, This is Ken Crokin, Vice President of Marketing for Genesis. Investing in radio advertising and community health education was one of the smartest decisions we've made. Radio offers us the opportunity to deliver the right message to the right audience by station. We also really enjoy working with the Quad City Radio Group team, and in the process, we forged a partnership that we hope has benefited the communities we serve.
Radio delivers results for Genesis. It can for your business, too. Call 344-7000.
Do you know of an unsolved crime? Afraid to report it because of retaliation? Do you think you should get paid for what you know? Help make the Quad Cities a safer place. Call Crime Stoppers today, 762-9500. All callers remain anonymous and qualify for a cash reward of up to $1,000 cash. We want your information, not your name. See something, hear something, say something. Call Crime Stoppers, 762-9500. For Crime Stoppers, I'm Detective Scott Williams.
Cedar Rapids 4, Quad Cities 3 is the story from John O'Donnell Stadium. The Kernels earn a series split, so the swing and the homestand with a 3-5 record after losing 3 of 4 to the Clinton Lumber Kings and then splitting with the Cedar Rapids Kernels. They will hit the road tomorrow night, an 8-game road trip that starts in Beloit, finishes at West Michigan. Tomorrow night it will be dueling left-handers on the mound. Adam Daniels for the swing looks to snap his 4-game losing streak. Ryan Mullins of the Snappers will be taking the hill for the home team. That game comes your way at a special 4 p.m. first pitch on a Memorial Day Monday, so make sure you join us at 3:45 for your pregame show right here on AM 1270. Thanks, as always, to Brittany Del Angel back in the studios, making sure this game got your way all night long on this Memorial Day weekend. And thanks to all of you for tuning in and listening. A flurry of scoring early, and neither team putting up a run over the final 6 innings of play. The swing falling 4-3 to Cedar Rapids here on this Sunday evening. One final time, I'm Ben Chiswick signing off, saying thanks for listening, and I'll catch you tomorrow afternoon at 3:45 on your home for Swing Baseball.
You've been listening to Swing of the Quad Cities Baseball on Progressive Talk, AM 1270. Swing Baseball has been sponsored by Buffalo Wild Wings, Deere & Company, Dex Media, The Dispatch Argus Leader, iWireless, John Deere, Clements, Lavelle Financial Solutions, Mediacom, Miller Lite, Modern Woodman of America, Orthopedic Specialists, Papa John's Pizza, Peoria Charter Coaches, Pepsi-Cola Bottling Company, The Quad City Times, Swiss Valley Farms, U.S. Cellular, Valpak, Wells Blue Bunny, and Wire to Wire. Thanks again for listening, and join us all season long for more Swing Baseball on Progressive Talk, AM 1270.